even one
was.
of his
Not
Instagram
Wes
videos.
Watson, right?
Not Wes Watson. No,
the
no,
dude
no.
that
The
pulled
You
up
know
dude.
on
he's
Wes
like
Watson.
5'10", right?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
dude he
yeah.
fought. I think
But
he
see,
might be
like,
catching
Okay.
charges though. I
oh
think he.
boy,
So all I got to say about it, real quick,
go ahead.
to pull up and to press charges after is crazy.
It is, bro. And to pull up and put that clout chasing camera angle
Right.
before you walk up on a sitting
Hey,
down Wes Watson, and you 7 foot, like, okay, so I can see three guys grab my
who's seven?
homeboy up.
Who are we talking about? That's
The
seven
dude that
foot.
got beat up,
The
is
dude
about
got beat
seven
up with
foot.
some.
Wait,
Dude that that
the
got hit with
the
the
special
belt.
ed dude,
The what?
the special ed dude.
Yeah, that's what they say. But
That's what he
homeboy got
said.
What?
that's what they say. But
He's
homeboy has
7 foot
Instagram.
tall.
Yeah, bro. Check him out, man. Check him out.
Man,
He's got
I'd have be
Instagram little
scared
rap
too, bro.
videos.
Hey,
He's
I'd have
got
boo
rap
bopped that
songs.
motherfucker too.
Yeah, but bro,
Got hit with the
Wes was
weight
sitting
belt
down,
quick.
right?
And
Wes
his
was sitting
homie
down.
tuned him too, kicked him.
Yeah, but see, I can understand the three of them, four of
Yeah,
them
yeah.
handling old boy when Wes is sitting down in a vulnerable
Listen,
position.
when someone pulls up, all bets is off. At that point, you pulled up, it's just
Yeah,
going down.
facts.
But once you get that
But you
situation
can't pull up to
handled,
press charges.
you don't need all the other three, four bodies once you get that situation under
Facts.
control. You
That
handle
weight
that
belt
yourself.
already smacked the shit out of
Well,
homeboy.
that's the security, right?
I don't know. I don't know if that's just people that
Mm.
work
That's what
Yeah,
they
out with
say,
that's
but
him.
it's
I
his
don't,
homies. It's his homies. Ain't really Look like dudes he was security. just working out with. He's been running around with Strength Cartel and like Big Boy and them. But a lot of fitness channels, a lot of like, workout channels and stuff like that. They've been
hey. If
covering
you think
this.
about it, hey, these fools got retard strength, and I don't mean to be disrespectful. Hey, look at my picture. Look at my picture. That's my
we talking
dog.
about we talking about Wes
All right.
Watson. Anybody that
I
don't know,
know. I
uh,
know.
say it for the
I'm
chat,
just
bro.
saying.
You can't say the
Hey,
R word. You got to say spectrum.
when they're on the spectrum and they're 7 feet
I think
tall.
I am, by the way, but go ahead.
Stop it, plug.
Hey,
This fool. Hey, look, when you're on the spectrum and you're 7 foot tall, you got to understand that these dudes have strength that you don't even
I know.
realize. Hey, I'm gonna just say Wes Watson probably got punched in the side of the face and he was like shook. He was
I
like,
really don't
"Yo,
know if I'm on the spectrum though, bro. He's got rap songs. He
ah,
got rap
man."
videos. He got
Have you ever dealt with people on the spectrum?
yeah. I'm told I'm on the spectrum.
Oh
Me
shoot,
too.
my grandma calling. I'll call you back. Hold on, my bad.
You're good. You're good. Come back later.
Big Berry Wood. I'll see y'all homies. What's that? What's
So
that?
this is the YouTube Streets
You
podcast,
know?
but tonight we have Corrupt on. His channel is It's Corrupt. Everyone sub up to him. We also got Ronnie
It's
Blue Eyes in the building. We think DVS passed out before we pressed the live button.
dun dun dun.
Salute to the whole
Yeah.
chat. You know where it's at. YouTube Streets podcast. They riding with us. Which is insane. I think it's happened before. I think he's passed out before. Salute to the chat. I see everybody in the chat. Irony, Don, Melly, Little
Melly
Chicken Nugget,
Mel.
Sarah Delgado, Emily, Barry Wood, K Razy, Guess Who, Griselda, Lil Smokey, Irony, Jahira, Christy. So there's that. Boss and Boss on the panel. Ruth, Diddy, Boss Lady. Salute to
Salute.
everybody in the building.
Got him.
All right, man. Yeah, there's some. I mean, listen, there's some stuff going on. I'm not gonna address people's drama, on other channels. I could be a dick tonight. I really could. I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna be a dick too much tonight. What we're gonna do is let's talk about Eric too. There's some paperwork. Salute to the person on the Reddit that gave it to me. I don't know if you want your name out there,
Salute.
but yeah. So yeah, he stole some lady's boat. Did a and tried to wipe. He covered up the VIN number on it, and that's why he's still that's why he's locked up right now too. Um, Let me pull some of this up. Salute to everybody in the building. Oopsie, that's a jump scare. My bad, wrong one. Let's go. I'm gonna come back
Hey,
later.
so what was this? What was you just said a minute ago, plug? You said something about
Yeah, yeah.
You could really go off, but you ain't gonna be too bad. What's too
Yeah,
I caught
because
bad?
that
listen,
too.
man,
You
listen,
say,
man.
cause you gotta
Okay,
say something.
it's at the end of the day, like it's different from when we were doing this shit, but with like prison dudes, like
Yeah,
we can
Mm,
say anything we want, but when it's women and shit,
mm,
I just gotta dial back. It's like,
yeah. We
I
got a
mean, there ain't
different
really
code of
nothing.
conduct now, right?
Yeah, it's beating the dead horse, but we will confront it. I got the leak in the chat. Like, no, I'm talking about like other. So for example, with the Zav girl situation, right? Last night, a comment was in the chat. The comment was they were talking about Coral in the YouTube streets. They were saying, "Yo, it could be one of them to strike your channel." She pulled it up and mentioned the comment, and then she said, "Oh, they could be jealous." Now, everyone's like, she didn't say that she was reading the comment. There's no word jealous in the comment. There's no other comment that says jealous. And if you could show me that, then I'll apologize for how I felt about that. But that's just how I just
mm,
felt the type of way about it. But it's water under the bridge at this point. I don't really give a shit. Um,
mm.
that was one
Yeah.
thing because again, then I start paying. So I don't really watch people's lives,
Mm.
but then I get word that there's some drama on the end of her live, and we could be
Mercy.
covering that, but I'm not gonna cover. I'm gonna be respectful. So let's move on.
All right.
You know what I'm
All
saying?
right. So yeah, we're gonna keep it moving. Yeah. All right.
That's why. Yeah, there was some drama, and that's. Hey, listen, we could say we cover drama all the time, but sometimes we avoid some drama unless we don't. The link's there
Yeah.
though. The link's always there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, bro, from what it used to be to what it is, like y'all are saints.
oh my gosh, bro. So yeah, we used to have some real heavy debates on here, some gang shit. We've had big YouTubers were over 350,000 subs come on here and crash out. And I'm
Hmm.
talking where
Facts,
they
multiple times.
right, Ronnie? Like crash out, bro. Like crash out. Like
Yeah,
and we were, honorable enough to take shit down. Like we don't even leave that shit up, but
swept that shit
that shit
under
was
the rug.
crazy, bro. Straight up, straight up. Salute to Mike D, man. It's good to see you, bro. In the chat, Mike D.
He said the good old days. Yeah, that it was wilding back then, man. Wilding, wilding. Um, but everything has its time and its course, bro. Y'all on a lot better path now.
Yeah, you could be this Eric James Brown and do some shady shit with a dealing you had with one of those boats that are stranded boats that Tommy, his friend Tommy tried to say that this was his business. Bro, nah, his business was cat. He was a pirate, bro. That's what Eric James Brown was. He's a fucking pirate. This dude was in Deadliest Catch. I don't know if you ever watched Deadliest Catch.
No, no, I haven't. The only thing I know about Deadly Sketch is this is the Eric dude you're referring to that was the whole Wade Wilson and he gave him a job and that was the guy who he was getting upset that people were calling in saying someone he that resembled him was out front looking like they was on stuff and that's the same guy. I
Yeah,
saw
so
an interview with him one day and he was saying a lot of this stuff, man. It was on somebody else's channel. It was like on the head boat guy like channel, and the Eric guy got the phone for a minute. He spoke on it about that. So yeah, I know who you talking about.
yeah. My bad. I was reading a comment. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. And they look kind of alike, so he would get flagged down all the time. They would be like, yo, Eric, we seen you kissing another dude in front of the
Yeah,
hotel."
yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
you
I
know what I mean?
forget.
Like all the
Yeah.
time. So yeah, and there's also paperwork of Eric and Wade linking up together to try to get money, and the big E word, the extortion, his own mother, because his
Wow.
mother has a lot of
Oh,
money. He has a nice
Eric's.
boat himself,
Oh, okay.
so he didn't even need to be hitting on it. He has a nice boat himself, so he's
Well, you know
Captain
how
Eric.
sometimes, man, those kids that come up with a silver spoon, bro. You know,
Yep.
they take a lot of things for granted, so nothing is ever good enough. I mean, when you see the kids who end up offing their parents and crazy stuff like that, it's usually the ones that have money behind them,
Yep.
and them kids think it's coming.
I
DBS, I see
was
that you're here.
DVS. What up?
Nice, man.
TVS
I'm
salute.
here, man. I'm in the building.
TVS in the
Awesome,
building.
bro.
The building, man.
Because I have something for you to pull up. We need to pull Papa Steve up from that live that he was on with Courtney. I want to pull that up. It's at the end of the live. So, hey, Courtney, if she's or somebody in the chat, give me the timestamp when Papa Steve pulls up on that. And another thing too is lawyer, we got to do that shit because every dude, I get a request every video to us react to Michael Ufferman. We got to do it. I'm tired of these requests, dude.
Can you put that in private chat for me?
Yeah, so I seen you put Hufferman. It's Ufferman. It starts with a
I
U.
I
Michael
actually,
Ufferman.
whenever you had went away for a minute and he wasn't there, I actually looked it up, man, when we were backstage, and I couldn't find anything worth, you know what I mean, like 3 months ago, maybe.
All right, give me 1 second. I'll go find
Yeah,
it.
it's hard for me to on right now for whatever reason. It's not showing up on the way it knows stage. Shout out to the chat, man. Thanks for everybody pulling up. You already know it's hump day, Wednesday.
Yeah, they
Tomorrow's
riding with us,
Thursday.
Yeah,
man.
yo, mic check, mic check. Salute to Psycho Cunt. Salute.
Oh,
Butterfly.
one hell
Witch
of a
Gold
name there.
Breach. Dude,
So what
everyone
should
is
I say?
freezing right now. Everyone is frozen.
See, I got
Yeah,
What's that?
it's
so when
freezing
I
up
put
here too.
in my bad.
Now go ahead,
Go
bro.
ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say when I put in Michael Ufferman, it autofills with Wade Wilson as well. So that's what I clicked, and I couldn't find anything like new, man. Um,
Wow.
Oh yeah,
lem-
no, it's not about Wade Wilson. It's actually about his other client. Who did he represent too? Michael Ufferman. He represented somebody else too. That's what that interview is about actually. But we're gonna get an idea of why he does what he does. You know what I'm saying? He went to Florida State too, so
Michael Ufferman.
just
There's a
Michael. I don't
playlist
know.
of his. Michael Ufferman. Does he do? I'm finding a lot of Michael Ufferman biblical man stuff.
Mm.
Let's see. Lawyer, Michael Ufferman, lawyer. Let's do it. Is it at Adelson's? Is
Yeah,
that the
there you go.
dude's name?
Thank you, Griselda. She said it was right when you said it too. All right, cool.
Okay. So there's one here that was streamed 11 months ago. Adelson, lawyer, Michael
Yeah, I
Ufferman
got it.
going to talk. You got it? Talk
Raindrop,
appeal.
drop top. Salute for getting the gifted membership. Salute to Irony for the sticker.
So you good, DVS?
Yep, I'm
You
gonna
got it.
pull it up
Yeah.
right now.
All right.
Yeah, let's
There
see.
it
Let's
is.
see
Yup.
this dude, man. Let's see this. See if he has the same hairdo he always had.
The
See if
lawyer,
we can
you
land this
know.
freaking jet there. Let's see. He's cool with reacting to your shit though. This guy. He said we could before, so
Yep.
Okay,
Salute.
in that case, shout out to the lawyer.
you can
You know,
still speed it up though, just for the YouTube sake of
yeah,
for
I
use
did it
content.
just to be safe on the safe side.
And I'll pull Ari up for like jump scares to throw everybody off. You're good.
All right, cool.
Without further ado, Michael Ufferman, what's up, man?
Hey, Peter, it's good to be with you.
Yeah,
Whoa.
man. Thanks for coming on. When somebody sent me, I think it was Azam sent me, one of our viewers here on Instagram, a message that said Charlie Adelson got a new lawyer. He's from Tallahassee. Do you know this guy? He's an appellate lawyer. I said, I only know one appellate lawyer. That's the guy in Tallahassee. I said, is his last name Ufferman? She's like, yes. And she sends me the article. And I'm like, all right, we got to dive in. We got to talk about Michael. We got to see if we can get him on. So here we are. And you are thrown into this process that is what you do every day. Just sometimes people have heard about the cases that you get, and sometimes they have not. And this is one that a lot of people have heard about. So why don't you tell us what the next steps are in the Charlie Adelson process, some of which I'm sure you've already done, but what does it look like now post guilty verdict in a criminal case like this?
Sure. So everyone knows about how trials work. There's lots of TV shows, Law and Order, other shows that focus on the criminal trial lawyer. No one really focuses on what the appellate lawyers do. The appellate process is completely different from a trial. Whereas at trial, almost everything is done orally in the courtroom in front of the jury or the judge. Almost everything I do as an appellate lawyer is in writing. I'm going to present this case, 95% of this case, to the appellate judges based solely on the written briefs that I send. So the start of the process is we filed the notice of appeal, which tells the trial court that we're taking this case from the trial court level to the appellate court. In a second, I'll kind of go over the different appellate courts that we have in Florida. But after I file that notice of appeal, and this is true of any
And
case,
how much does he
first thing I need
cost
to do is
again?
order the
This
transcript.
is 80,000, right? You got to pay $80,000, and I think they paid a portion of it, or
I,
we don't even know. She gave
That's
out
a
fake
lot.
receipts at first.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
even know
it,
what's real or fake anymore.
bro,
You know,
any hybrid of Bill Nye the Science Guy and Mr. Bean worth every penny.
You see on books behind him, he looks like he
yeah.
knows what's going on, brother.
No, I heard him talk in court for Wade, right? And I was like, oh shit, he was telling the judge what to do. Remind me of Brian Steele with the YSL trial.
Yeah, the way it's looking, man, it seems like we might not be getting the death penalty because of the gray area.
You're a little low, man. Let me turn you up.
Yeah,
You might have to turn yourself up.
Let me turn myself up there. Hold on, give me one
You
second.
sound like the airplane. You're in the airplane that's gonna land on his head, bro.
You need
Hold
to get,
on. Can you hear me now? How's
I
that
can
sound?
hear you now. Yeah, it's all right, I guess.
All right, hold on. How about now? What about
niggas,
now?
niggas just some sound dampening behind that mic.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like your mic's not on sometimes. I don't
Hello,
know
can
why
you hear
it
me?
goes.
Can you hear me now?
It's,
Does that sound better?
it's like it's bouncing off the wall. Like the sounds bouncing off the wall.
Now I'm low. Hold on.
All right, let's go into settings here.
Yeah, let me turn myself up too. If I'm low, I didn't know I was that low. Oh, I might have been
Hey.
turning myself. I thought I was turning you down. No, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm tripping, dude. Hey, listen, this is why we listen. Hey, I'm on the same shit that Griselda's on them gummies. All right, but yeah, nah. He's a smart dude. We know that. But why is he? Why would you take this case? Why would you want this? Maybe he's against the death penalty too. We're about
you
to find
said
out.
you
Or
said
maybe because he's
80,000
so high
reasons.
profile. Right.
I mean, yeah, bro, that's
The
80,000 reasons
attention.
out the gate.
Yeah.
Plus what Ronnie just said. You know what I mean? Like,
You're in the airplane toilet that's about to land on that head of his over there.
And obtain all the documents for what's called a record on appeal. That record on appeal is kind of like the Bible that I'm going to be looking at, that the person representing the state's going to be looking at, and more importantly, that the 3 appellate judges are going to be looking at. It takes about 6 weeks, sometimes maybe longer, for a court
Thank you,
reporter
sir.
to transcribe all of those trial proceedings and put them into that record. Once I get the record, then I'm on the clock. My next step is to put together what's called an initial brief. And a brief is not very brief. It's usually about 50 to 70 pages long. My briefs have 2 parts to them. The first part of my brief is the facts section. So I'm going to go through the entire trial. I'm going to recount for the appellate judges in my brief the facts, the testimony of the witnesses, the evidence that was presented. The second part of my brief is called the argument section. And for a direct appeal, which we're doing in Mr. Adelson's case, the direct appeal focuses on errors that a trial court made. So every one of the arguments in my argument section begins with the words, the trial court erred by doing this, by letting in evidence that should not have come in, by refusing to allow in evidence that should have come in, by giving an improper jury instruction, whatever it might be. So in my argument section, I've
So this dude has to
identified a
sit down
particular
and
issue
read
that I think the trial court
what this
erred
case
on.
is about, right?
I've then done research and hopefully found.
And once you get to
well,
certain pages and seeing shit, how do you keep going, bro? It's crazy.
paralegals, bro, paralegals.
They're not no personal attachment to the case. It's all about looking for the loopholes to try to find a way to get your client the best deal possible. So it's not like I'm biased towards this or I'm unbiased. It's how can I crack this code, because there's a code that needs to be cracked.
And get some experience under the belt at the same time.
Well, it sounds like he doing like a reverse tactic of what the state or the feds usually do, and that's overwhelm you in paperwork because you're usually a smaller defense team and they can't handle that paperwork. But this man got the money behind him, and his team probably bigger than, you know what I mean, the states. So he probably overwhelms them at times.
Yeah, that's too little chicken nugget. You already know. He knows that it's going to be easy money. He's going to go through this with a fine tooth comb. Whatever he can do to possibly change this scenario of what it already is that's taking place, he's going to do the best that he can. But he's gonna do it with what he has. You know what I'm saying? and he doesn't have much. So if he does make something happen, he's pulling a fucking rabbit out of a hat.
It's like a football coach, right? Like everybody got the same plays, everybody know the same plays, but you might know one little scheme inside of that package that gives a little bit wrinkle that you can get that last little 3 yards. That Philadelphia tush push type play, bro. Like that's what he's looking for, man. He's looking for the red tape, the fine letters, you know, the little things, the little loopholes.
Yeah, because that's all
At the
really
end
in
of the
all
day,
actuality. That's all he can really do unless they have like
yeah,
some substantial, hardcore rights that were violated before he got charged or whatever the
he's
case.
trying to he's trying to
They got to
use his
go for a Hail Mary. Yeah.
strategy and wit to outdo the law.
DBS, I'm gonna send you my blue mic, man. I think that it sounds like your audio's coming through your computer.
Let me fix my mic because it was giving me a little issues earlier. I had a connection issue. How does this
Okay,
sound?
that sounds better.
Yeah, I had a small connection issue.
That sounds way better. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you for
Okay,
keeping me
my
abreast.
bad. I just don't want I hate listen when I have to listen back. It just drives me nuts if I don't say nothing. You know what I mean? And we're
Is
live,
that
so
comment true right there from the
which
one talking
one?
about
Which
the
one?
Wade wives dumb? Yeah,
Um, Dumb Wade wives. You don't realize that there are only three to four deaths of
Oh, that's
lawyers.
interesting.
It's Florida.
Wow.
It was a good shot. He could have been court appointed for free.
if that's true, that's whew.
Well, Ufferman is 18B. He's not only a private lawyer, but he does pro bono work for the state.
But hey, let's face it though, man. How many times you trying to gamble on the same game right here? That the one of your life. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah, you
gambling.
betting on the dying
Yeah,
horse. You
He's
yeah,
betting
cooking
on the
either way,
dying
man.
horse.
He's cooking
yeah.
either way. I, I,
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
if you got it, you might as well try.
Yeah, but I know Jesse's trying to penny pinch, and I think she knows too, man. I think I said this before, man. I think she's trying to find the cheapest deal so she can have some extra cash to spend.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, why would anybody else jump in front of a bullet?
Yeah, somebody made a good point the other night. All that money that she's getting, man, not for nothing, man. That should, some way somehow she should be taking care of Wade Wilson's son, some way somehow.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, Wade broke up with Jess.
Yeah,
I
that
knew that was
comment,
coming.
bro.
I predicted that as well. I'm not trying to toot my own
How though?
horn here.
From the hole, he broke
Yeah,
up. How
bro, I
you get
said this
Jesse?
shit,
How you
bro.
get fired on your day off?
Man,
You break that
she
man.
did something. Listen, it's either she did something or she calculated something for him to be like, you know what, it's over. Fuck you, bitch.
If
And
only this man could break bars like he can hearts.
How do we know that's true? Did Jesse say that? This could be a tactic. How? She's a power attorney. She could fuck him over. He can't break up with her. He's
uh,
Salute
fucked.
Forge.
He can't break up with her. Sin. Oh,
Yeah,
wait, what?
yeah. He been
hey,
way too
hey,
Damn.
Courtney, come up
strategical.
here. We got
He
the
been
link.
way
Pop
too.
up.
Yeah, yeah. Pull up. He been way too strategical to get emotional. Now you got to be logical here.
Boy,
You
could you
know,
Let's
imagine
get
what it is?
closer.
I mean, what it's
try to
like.
be
I mean,
rational.
I know DVS can probably imagine somewhat, but for he's sitting in there, bro. Like he praying on that Hail Mary, man. Like he
Yeah,
probably
it's all he
and,
Let
got.
me tell you something.
If
I
and
think
knowing,
anything,
reality set in. In the
yeah,
little bit of time that he's been in the box
Salute
and he's
what
Forge.
just
he
been dealing with himself and only in himself, I
he
really
can't
think
do it.
it's,
He
of
know he
course,
can't do it.
because there's only so much that you can lie to people, right? And there's nobody to lie to but yourself in this box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna continue to fuck with yourself and lie to yourself, there's only so much of that shit that you can really do before reality starts to hit in and be like, yo, all these lies that I told myself, these
Mhm.
shits are not true. I'm not getting out. I really did this shit. this fucking appeal shit is just to get me off of death row. But then I gotta worry about fucking going to population. He's actually better off on death row, bro.
But that's why I spend every morning the first 2 hours of the day with me, myself, and God. You know what I mean? Just trying to do that reflection time right there. But I think homeboy probably realizes that I don't. He probably knows he can't make it, bro.
Yeah, he knows that. Come on,
He gonna break.
if not
Yeah,
broken already.
I don't believe
Hey,
that she broke up or he broke up with her. Now, if I heard it was the other way around, Jesse broke up with him, I would like, oh shit, there's the Ocean 11. It's in full activation. She's out of
Ghost
here with the
mode.
money.
Man, she gone
But
ghost with
Well, you
that
got to
Lucy.
remember, I guarantee you, there's something that she did to make this transpire.
Exactly.
She
Purposely
he
did it.
purposely
Right.
purposely put this shit the way it was. Knew he was gonna be in the box. Probably said, you know what,
Put
let's
it
fuck.
all in motion. Yeah.
This is the time to get the fuck out of here. And then when he comes back out of the box, be like, yo, all the money's gone.
mm,
Oh, it's all gone.
damn, that would hurt, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? Oh,
Mm. To be that man locked up in the box, and you already a piece of shit, and you know it, everybody know it, and then she run off with all the money. Mm.
mm. This is like a movie setting right here.
Yeah,
And
fact.
that would make the whatever it is that they're doing with this flick or whatever they're gonna do this, man. That would definitely put it over the top.
Yeah, there are a few things that could put it over the top for a great ending, but we'll leave those to the imagination.
Well, it's not gonna be an imagination. It's gonna
We're gonna
happen.
see how this plays out actually.
Yeah,
Yeah. If he doesn't, I'm pretty sure somebody else is doing this favor.
boy.
so the money ran out of finally. He wasn't getting nothing in return from Jesse. How does he make the position of taking her off as a power attorney? How does that process work?
He would have to go to court. There should be a form in the law library, but she's already done what she's done, man. He would have to have some
But
sort of footwork on the outside for him to do that. So the only footwork he
yeah,
had was Jesse. She's pretty much closed the casket on his ass.
Right.
because in on the outside, that's pretty easy, bro. You just need a notary, and you know what I mean. You need three people basically. The two it involves and the notary. But when you inside there and she outside here, I'm sure it makes it a lot harder.
So the thing with that power of
Yeah,
attorney,
depending on other people.
she could have opened up an account in any
Stops.
bank branch or any kind of place, anywhere she wanted in his name, right?
Yeah.
He's got to know the information in order to be like, hey, listen, stop that. That's illegal. She's frauding me and she's using my name and I'm not allowing her to. And he'd be like, oh shit, well, we'll stop that. But if she did it in a way where he doesn't know where the accounts are and all that shit, he's pretty
Mm,
much fucked, bruh.
smoked. Yeah, he smoked. If that's the case, bro. Which would
It's
be
like pulling
hilarious.
it's like pulling the plug. It's like pulling the rug under
Yeah,
on one of
life
those
support.
coins.
Yeah.
Even those,
Yeah.
the Hot Tua situation. There's
It's
another
like,
TikToker by the name of Burner 420 that's doing one of those coins, right? And I
uh,
guarantee he's gonna pull the
uh,
rug. Do not. I'm doing this on the big channel because look, I would do this on plug, but do not buy Burner 420's coin. He is definitely he's a scum, dude. He's definitely planning on pulling that rug. But continue.
Oh, facts.
hey man, she on that Kaiser Sosa.
Well, yeah.
She
All right.
Mm.
she gonna be walking off with the bag full of money and the lamp's gonna go away. You know what I mean? Like
So, little chicken
she's
nugget, you never know. You never know. He might have found somebody that could possibly be doing more than Jess. But Jess already established herself. She's already pretty much put the stamp on Wade Wilson and whatever it is she's got going on. Who could possibly brand it better? I'm just saying, respectfully. If we're gonna get into marketing strategies, who's gonna be able to market it better than fucking Jesse?
There's a lot of covering up tattoos that has to go down. Man, how many of these girls got tattoos? Jeez, and Jesse's got two, or she said she. I don't know. She's got one on her foot. It's fucking weird.
yeah. I mean, I hear that removal's getting a little better these days.
And it's cheaper too, man. I don't know what kind of effects it has on the skin after, whatever. But man, if you got
I
something,
got a
man, you might as
homeboy.
well keep it.
I got a homeboy. He been getting his shit removed for about 3 years now, bro. He's put a lot of money in it, but yeah, his shit it doesn't look too bad unless you get real close up on him, man. Like there's some scarring tissue and such when you get real close, but it's not too bad. You know what I mean? The face tats, stuff like that. He been getting them all.
Yeah,
So
Robin.
Amanda took that spot, y'all. You think that's why he got the calls with Amanda? She confronted him, maybe. Hmm.
Well, I don't know, man. Who knows? Ooh, that marriage certificate, right? That's probably what started it. But who's to say that she didn't have her do that, or that's a part of the plan to start this fucking
But we
thing off?
seen her on Pablo a couple weeks ago, right? And she was sitting there saying, "Yo, I gotta, talk to Wade." Which I don't really need his approval for anything, But just letting you know, I'm gonna have to talk to Wade. So she was still with Wade then. What was that? Early
Well,
January, around Christmas time.
I don't know, man. I think she was still saving face. She's keeping shit alive, bro. She's keeping whatever she's got going on. She's trying to keep that, thriving, or keep whatever breath she can, breathing into it as best as she can. But in all
Yeah,
actuality, man, I think I meant when we covered that, I said, "Ooh, that seems like she's becoming a little bit more independent when she said that." Because I remember when she said that. I believe me and Ronnie covered that. You could tell she's
Yeah,
becoming
indeed,
more. She could be,
indeed,
you know what I mean? She's
we
becoming
did.
more independent. She separated herself when she said that shit.
Indeed, she did, my friend. I believe. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, yeah, we definitely touched on that, Ronnie.
Yo,
All right, play Mr. Ufferman.
Definitely, man. I wouldn't mind having him. He was a fucking lord. I don't know. I don't know. That bow tie, man, it makes me feel. It makes me feel safe. The bow tie, but then again, it makes me feel like I don't know. I don't know.
It's a gimmick.
Found cases
it,
where other appellate courts have considered the same issue. And
Buffalo, correct? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Corrupt.
nah, you good. I didn't have nothing good to say, bro. It
I
just
thought you.
make he makes me feel uneasy.
It's a 50-50. Like he either get you out or he gets you the book
Yeah,
thrown at you, right?
like
Oh
I mean,
shit.
do look like the literal term of a bookworm. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he pisses the judge off the wrong way. You might get fucking canned, bro.
and
facts.
reversed based on that issue. And then I incorporate all that into my written argument that I present to the appellate court. My briefs sometimes have 10 issues, sometimes they have one issue. All I really care about at the end of the day is that I have one really good issue because it only takes one issue to win. So after I submit that first initial
Okay,
brief, then
well,
the
let's
state's
talk
going to
about
file
that.
an answer brief.
Strange Embers, they're one of the channels that was trying to get the conspiracies out of the Wade case, not going really by the facts. Instead, they were trying to find holes in the case. Now, it's almost impossible to have for the prosecutors to have a perfect case. Is there holes in this case, DBS?
The only thing that I could possibly see is that gray area of how the crime was committed before the new law was passed for death, the death penalty. Uh, that's about it. Everything else, he's cooked. But that's the
Oh, well,
only.
that's not a whole. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, I know you're talking about when because YMW Melly is dealing with that too. The death penalty law passed in between from
Yeah,
when he did the crime, but he got
Mhm.
convicted after the pass. So that
After,
law, it says it in there. It's only post
that's
conviction.
where it gets sticky, right?
bro,
So I don't
he
think
going to
that
jail
might be an
forever.
angle. That Yeah, go ahead.
Regardless, he going to jail forever, man. Y'all fighting a losing battle. You know what I mean? Like, nah.
well, the
Well, we want
circumstances
him on the
are,
other side so he gets touched, bro. This is the whole
yeah.
goal. We want him to have the
Right,
fight,
right, right,
and then
right,
he's gonna
right.
got let
It
Debo
won't
one of
be
the
long. It won't be long before he's gone, because it's gonna be a thing where
So
people are
last,
gonna try to take that there might be some kind of GoFundMe for that person. I know if I had a shit ton of time and I ain't had nobody and I'm just living on get it how you live it,
mm,
I'd probably be the one. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Send it to such and such and make sure that my commissary is okay, man. You know what I'm
you
saying?
stack it up. No, I hear you. I hear you. So last time I heard, man, like forgive me, it's been a minute since I listened to this inmate speak, but he was talking about he wanted to be on, GP, all that. Uh, he still want to be out there.
Listen, with the whole
He doesn't.
unforgiving, nah, he's trying to be in PC as far away as could be.
Yo, bro, the story changes all the time. One time he was trying to get out of
Right.
PC when he was in county jail. He was trying to make it seem like he was this big hot shot when he was talking to this one chick. She was a Wade wife. She's like the founder of the whole con shit. You know what I'm saying? In a weird way, she's like one of the
Kiosk Kirsten.
yeah.
Well,
Kios Kristen is like the founding father of the shit.
Wade's always a victim in some type of way, so it probably don't matter what side he's on. He gonna be bitching about it.
Yeah, but it's always changing with him. 1 minute he wanted to be in a dorm setting, he wanted to be in population. Then he realized, yo, this shit is not what I really thought it was gonna be. And he came back on it and said he wanted to be fucking PC'd up. He
Yeah.
likes it better to have his own cell. He's got his shit going on. It's like his
Yeah.
own personal office. He's on the phone, the tablet, talking, kicking his bullshit.
He's feeling
You
real safe. Yeah, the
know,
devil
So
you know
super
type
safe.
shit. The devil
so
you know.
you ain't never had no tablet access or nothing like that when you had to go in the box by yourself. That probably makes a big difference when you think.
Yo, bro, let me tell you something. When this
Oh, he ain't
tablet
got
should
that
shit,
tablet right
this
now.
no, not right now. He's doing a real raw bid, like he's doing time.
All right.
But to have a tablet, bro, that's like it's like being in the street, bro. It's like you're not, but you are. You're able to contact. You're able to do this. You're able to, finagle money. You're able to. It's
Yeah,
wild.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a bid, bro. That shit is just you're just waste. You're how can I say this? You're trying to fucking accumulate as much stuff in a little bit amount of time that keeps your day busy enough to forget about the time. If you get what I'm saying. So
Yeah, I get it.
that tablet is cram packed with shit. You know
That
what I mean?
distraction, yeah, the distractions are real. And
Any
not only
distraction.
that, not to cut you off, but we gotta remember this valid point. This is how they keeping track of everything you're doing, saying who you're in
Right.
contact with, their
Big
information,
brother.
etc. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's going through it right now. He's just there by himself with just him and his lonesome.
Oh, it's hitting different now. Shit
It's
hitting
definitely
different.
hitting different, and I know for a fact, wherever he's at, those dudes on death row with, because he's probably just locked in his cell. He can't come out.
Yeah.
He's like on
Mhm.
I,
loss of privileges, like it's a shoe
Right, right.
kind of thing, but you're not going to a box. You just staying right in.
Temporarily.
You
Right, right.
if
staying right where you are, but you want to have a bare minimum. You ain't not going to have nothing. Everybody's probably going to be fucking with him even more because they know everything that's going on.
Well,
They
listen to
probably
the
going to
last
try to
call
make
we
you hang
listened
it up.
to, man. They were definitely giving them shit like,
I
you know what I
used
mean?
so DVS, so him being in that box on the real deal. Um, if you think he's gonna crack, how long you think it's gonna take for him to crack?
I say
Ser-
90. I say so. I want to.
Serving
I
that
want to
kind
say
of time.
so. 90 days.
Mm.
90 days. So that halfway mark of that 6 months, well, it's really gonna be 7 or 8 months. So 90 days is when it's just gonna it's gonna
Thank
realities
you, Boho
like
Hobo.
he's gonna have to really buck up and be like, holy shit,
Oh,
what the fuck?
Well, if
All
he's breaking
everything's
up
gonna
with Jesse,
settle.
he's definitely cracking. If he's breaking
You
up
know, that's
with,
one of the things
yeah.
because it's he's trying to purge himself. So what he's trying to do, he's trying to shake everything so he can shake the fucking lonesome and the shit. He's just trying to go cold
Trying
turkey.
to
So he
shed all
has,
that. Right,
yeah,
right.
he's just trying to be
You gotta
like raw with it.
compartmentalize, kill that off for a minute.
Yeah, that's really what he's trying to do. Because when you're in a box and you're in jail, bro, the last thing you want to do is think about the outside, bro. You don't want no stress. You don't want no worries. You
Yeah, I
don't
was
want
just thinking
yo.
detached. You want to
I don't want to
be
fucking think about
displaced,
none of that shit.
detached.
I don't want no worries. I'm just here. Let me figure this shit out. Let me get it myself, and then I'll figure that shit out another time. But when you're
Mm,
doing time, you don't. Yo, listen, it's better to do a bid by yourself, bro. Like not even have any expectations or any kind of wants or think people are gonna hold you down. You just get into this realm and do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. No,
Because there's no letdowns.
I
There's
can
no.
understand. Yeah.
You know
Facts.
what I mean? I'm not expecting a visit. I'm not getting on this fucking phone because it's gonna stress me out. And I'm not worried about nothing that's happening out here. I'm here. This is where I'm at. And this is what I gotta worry about. And then you do your bid. That
Yeah,
shit goes by quick.
I got many homies that That's exactly how they chose to do their bid. You know what I mean? Like
That's
you
genuine.
try to reach
Yeah.
out, and they like, yo, look, don't
I see
contact
you
me
when I yeah,
again, bro.
I see you when you get home, man. I see you
Yeah,
when I get out.
yeah,
That's it. And
yeah.
that's the
Don't come
best way
back
to
here.
do it.
Like
There's no letdowns, no disappointments. The only thing that can let me down is me right now, and I'm not gonna allow that to happen. But you gotta be strong to do that.
I
He's
can
gonna
understand
break.
it though.
He's gonna fucking crack. He might
Sheesh.
hang it up.
Right.
Salute Karma. Salute to the chat. Michael Blade, I see you, man. Lisa,
90 days.
L,
Look,
I see you.
everybody in the chat, could you imagine what is it? What is the 8 by 10? 8 by 10 room?
Could
If
be
that
it could be a
six by
6 by
10.
9, 6 by 9. It's usually
Uh
like a 6 by 9.
yeah. Being in
But
there
some are four
for
by nines.
90 days.
Yeah,
90 days.
some are
Bro,
four
you
by
take
Very
away
nines.
little.
my routine every day, bro. That's the one thing. Like you get locked in that cell, even if you're in there for 24 hours, that might be enough time for you to realize and switch your whole shit around. I'll tell you that right
Yeah.
now,
The only
because you
thing you
start
can do is
losing.
program, work out, and read. Like it have
Hmm.
routine, but it be different. I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta build a whole new routine, but some boring ass routine, bro. Like,
Listen,
I
man.
don't know.
You know
Unless
the
you could
feeling.
become enlightened in there.
Hey, listen, man. You can go. So some people take trips on mushrooms and acid and all that.
Hmm.
Bro, being in a box, you'll take a trip, bro. You don't
I've
need no
heard it.
psychedelic
I-
stuff. Bullshit
I've
you
heard
not, bro. Bro, I've been on trips that I don't need. Bro, and this is something from juvenile. They locked us
it.
in ourselves 23-1, bro. They was not letting us out. They was treating us like we was animals, bro. Like
Mm.
by ourselves. There's no cellmate. It's everybody's in a cell. You come out for chow, you go back in your cell. You might get wrecked, you might not, but you're in the fucking cell all the
Is it a
goddamn
good
time.
trip or bad trip? Is it like,
It all depends on how fucking strong you are, bro. It depends on how much fight you got in you. Because some people they don't fucking come back, bro, and they lose it.
Yeah, you
They
gotta
just
just hold on, man.
Well, because when you having one of them type of trips, I guarantee you're not in a mental spot. When you having one of these psychedelic trips out here in the street, you choose it. And you're like, okay, I'm in a good mental spot. Let's
Right.
do this now. But that's just forced on you out of sheer survival of the mind.
listen. When you know how I knew I became institutionalized at a young age when I felt the safest in myself, man. Like I
Yeah.
only felt I only felt safe in myself. Like once I'm like once that door locked, I was just like,
Right.
oh,
Uh,
you know what I mean? Like no stress, no nothing, none of the shit that I dealt with before. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm here now and I'm safe.
well,
That's a
it's like
relief.
yeah. It's like whenever you cage train your dog. I mean, like that dog
Yeah,
is ready to go in there. Like it's ready to go in there for the night and be done.
because it was a
Lay it
time.
down.
It was a time where like I was up in my cell, pacing back and forth. I'm talking about every day. That was a part of the program. Working out, pacing back and forth. Working out, pacing back and forth. Handstands, doing dumb shit, uh, talking through the cells. You know what I'm saying? But pretty much just breaking me down, and to the point where I would do that shit until I would go to sleep.
thank you, Shug.
Yeah, bro. Just in
So
time, the
thank you.
Big Mo got a song called "Breaking Me Down." That shit
Breaking me
goes hard.
down.
You making me. You made me think of it. That's with Lil Slim. He be singing on the hook, bro. But yeah, if y'all think of it, check
Shug,
it out.
salute. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
they got a lot of questions about. Oh, so Courtney, your messages came up on, I believe, was it Melissa J's or Zav Girls? Y'all help me out with this. So they're
A
trying to get the
recent
time.
live, right?
Yeah, recently because they came up talking about it last live, and
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you want to clear that up, but there's people that got questions about it.
Yeah.
Oh, Zav Girls. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it was Zav Girls live. It was Zav Girls video live. Yeah, there's like messages coming up saying you had a 20-minute conversation with Wade, and then Jesse brought you up on a call that we just heard too. Um,
Yeah,
talking
Courtney
about.
said she'll be coming up. She's gonna pop up.
Oh yeah,
Okay, cool,
yeah.
cool.
Oh shit, Griselda's in the building. He's over there with
Salute,
Zav
salute,
Girl. I saw. Oh shit.
salute, Timmy, Martina,
Salute.
Ruth,
So
Rebecca. I see
What
Mike
was
D in the chat. Salute, brother.
what was you just saying, man? I don't know. I'm out of that whole thing. It don't even matter, man.
It all matters, brother. Anything you say matters. Go ahead.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know I don't know nothing about the whole thing what you were just talking about, and I was gonna ask about, but really, it's all whatever, bro. It's
Hold on,
cool.
I just caught somebody say that that whole thing with Jess leaving Wade or Wade leaving Jess is not true. Where did I just see that?
Uh-oh.
I think it's hard to. I honestly think it's hard to believe it because she
Right.
has too much power. It'd be a dumb move for him personally. I don't think she. I think it would be the
That's
other way
facts.
around. If someone leaves, it's gonna be her.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Well, she's got everything, lined up where she can. She's got all her ducks in a row. I'm pretty sure of it, right? She can skedaddle quick, fast in a hurry. If she really, really wanted to, she can make up any excuse and just disappear.
Yeah,
This
bro.
whole time that he's in a box, she could be out doing God knows what. You know what I mean? And then just pop back
He
up and
could
be like,
be shopping while he's boxing.
"Shit, Courtney, hold on."
Crazy.
Good night, Courtney.
All right. What up, Courtney?
Hey, all right. So I want to address this guy in the comments real quick.
Uh,
So he said,
just if
Go
you
right
can,
ahead.
if hold on, if you can, Courtney, can you just try to
I turned her
come up?
up. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
your mic was just a
Welcome
little
to the
in and out.
YouTube
I turned her up.
streets.
What's his name?
James Clover.
Jim Clover, man, an Irish fella.
I have no idea who the fuck that is.
what's
So
what's
James
what's he
Clover. I
talking
don't see
about?
him in the
What's it?
chat.
I,
You see this guy?
I've I've been seeing people talk to other people that I haven't been seeing the whole time, man. I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
what's going on? I can't see a lot of
Okay,
people. Does people have us blocked?
I see a James Clover now.
Talking
You see
about
James Clover?
people.
Yeah, what's James
I don't see
Clover
a
talking
James.
about?
Yeah, what's he talking about? I can't
so
see it.
so he's like, oh, I was surprised to see your phone call on Zav Girls live yesterday. I thought you were done with him after he insulted you. So first of fucking all, when I talked to him was September 19th.
Get him.
And I have the fucking screenshot to prove that.
I think you
September
mentioned that when you
19th.
came up and talked to us too.
Yes. He insulted me afterwards because he wanted me to go on a live and say that, oh, I support Jesse, I support his team, I support Wade, blah, 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 blah. I wasn't going to do that. So he got mad and he told me that that he didn't support me anymore, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Hold on. I can tell you that the last the last time we stopped talking, y'all can still hear me, right?
Yeah, you're
But
just in and
this
out
is
for some reason.
yeah. This is what I noticed with people being upset with you. Okay, so they say the whole reason that you stopped talking to Wade was because he called you names, like he called you ugly and stuff. It wasn't nothing to do with the case or anything like that.
No.
About your children or something. It was something like that. I remember.
They were talking about my children and they were talking about me being fat, but excuse me, bitch, I had a child a year ago. What was your excuse for being fat your whole fucking life?
Uh,
Hmm.
I still had baby fat. She was fat her whole fucking life. You saw the live that she did for fucking Jumpsuit Pablo. Her fucking arms were huge.
Yeah, she looks like she's in the gym working out and shit.
And so the last time I talked to Wade was September 22nd.
Okay.
So we
Is
talked
there
on the
anything? We haven't heard the call. Um, I haven't even checked over at Zab's page to see what's happening. This is all new to me. Um, is there something that we should be looking out for? Is there something that you want to clarify? I mean, I know you were just clarifying this now, but is there like anything major, or is it just
I think just at the end he was like, "Do you love me?" And I was like, "Mm-hmm." And he said, "Say it." And I said, "I love you." That was it.
oh shit, man, he still had the hold on you, man. Fuck. Yeah, man. Wade is pretty. He's pretty.
yeah, the
I love
spell.
my friends. I love Griselda, but does that mean that I want to fuck her? No.
Well, I
I
think
mean, so
his
you
love.
can love your friends. You could say, I love you. I tell my friends every time I get off the phone with them, I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, Courtney, you give me Jesus
And
love
that's it.
vibes.
In the
I mean,
call, it was mainly him talking. It was him just, it was all her. Oh, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're just in and out for some reason.
Yeah, it's real low. Can you? Hey,
In
when I
this
try to turn her up, DBS, it doesn't let me. It like goes right back to the halfway. Can you try it on your end for me?
Give me 1 second.
in this
Yeah,
phone
try
talk,
on your end for me because I can't
this
hear her at all.
this took place a while back, correct?
Oh, she got up out of here for some reason.
She probably maybe she's loading back up. No, because there's another reason too. Like they're okay. They're going in on Kellywood and I. You know, Kellywood and I. You know, came after the fact. She's a newer piece in this. You know, and they see you two. Are you back up, Courtney? Okay, so they see you guys hanging out and you're defending. So what's the relationship with you and Kelly right now?
Hey, Courtney, for whatever reason, you got to go back out and come back in.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's like a connection issue or something. It's getting cold. It's so cold out here, man. There's still snow on
boy,
the ground.
Yeah, it's 17 degrees
You
out
guys
here. It
break
feels like
out.
it's 10 though.
Yeah, the wind's crazy.
yeah, it's cold, man.
Yeah, my
I'm over
dog,
it,
man,
bro.
he can't even walk on the concrete like that for too long. I mean, he starts his paws start freezing.
Yo, my pets love the snow. It's crazy. Can't get enough of it.
Hey, Courtney, you there?
Can y'all hear me?
Hold on, let me try to work with this
Little
right.
better, little better,
Yeah,
little
my
better.
my internet cut out.
Yes, in and out. You got bad Wi-Fi going on or something?
The something happened with my internet. It cut out just now.
Okay, now I turned you up. I turned off the setting where it was adjusting by itself, so we should be good.
That's what I was
But
thinking, man. It be getting spicy out here, boys.
Yeah, it's getting spicy. Um, yeah, so they're just want to know what is why is there a relationship with Kelly and I? Why does Kelly Wood and I deserve to be you know, like it's like it's almost like a rollout, like an artist rollout. Like it's like a rebrand. That's what I meant to say. So why is Kelly Wood and I getting rebranded?
I don't know.
well, I feel like I never had a problem with her. She never said anything bad about me. She never said anything to me. She did apologize to me that if she ever did anything to hurt me. But the only thing that I ever had a problem with was that the people that she was associated with, aka Jesse. That's it.
So,
She
Messy
married.
a quick
Jesse.
question. You just said earlier, I know this is like the main reason why we told you to come up. You said mentioned something about Jesse left Wade, or Wade left Jesse.
Hmm. Yeah,
So how did that take place? What's going on with that? Because that's ooh, so that
it's
comes.
recent.
No, of course. We just saw that video on Jumpsuit Pablo where our arms were looking jacked. Pop.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know. Are you still want to fight her after seeing them arms?
No, she's got it. I don't want no problems, man. I don't want no problems. Peace and love.
well, I've heard that this this YouTube channel Street Beefs said that I was saying that I wanted to fight Jesse, and I was like,
Yeah,
I can't
I
I
emailed
can't
them. They
fucking
they
fight
respond.
her.
How did? What the hell?
They
I
responded to you.
They didn't
I
respond back to
can't
me.
fight her. I'm pregnant. I can't fight her. Like what the fuck? Like I will definitely fight her after I have this baby.
Oh, you're pregnant right now?
Yeah, I'm
Oh
three
shit!
months.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, so she's got to wait about another year and a half then, man.
Well, she could wait a couple of months.
She's gonna be long gone, man. She's gonna be frizzled out, man. She's gonna
Up
spend all
out
that
of there.
cash. She's gonna be a distant memory. She's gonna be the late greats. Cons for Ocean 11, the prison con.
Okay, so October 19th, that's the last time you talked to Wade. Is there any other
No,
things you want to address?
September, September 19th.
Oh, September 19th. Okay. Is there any other things you want to address? Because I seen there's been, I don't know if you've seen a post. There's a post. There's a channel on, like, I think it's called Wade's World that did a post.
Wade's World is obsessed with me, and they can kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck about them. I don't even. I think I have them blocked, so I can't even see their posts. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care. Because what the fuck? They're still over here obsessing about Wade, and I'm over here living my best pregnant life.
Also, I wanted to address something. I don't know if Melissa's in here, but I was listening a little bit of that live. There was something said about um, Coral saying that Jumpsuit's sending his goons. Um, Jumpsuit is a civilian. That he went to prison, but at this point he's a civilian, so he ain't got no
Right,
there
right.
ain't no goons or anything like that. Just wanted to point that out there. I was listening back and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, okay, so what she said was that KK Court had told her that um she better remove that video or Jumpsuit's gonna send his people after her. And yeah, that's what that was all about.
Maybe his people are lawyers. You never know. Can't take it out of court. You can't assume. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
When
right.
you hear about an inmate, or well, not an inmate, a former inmate, former convict, when people say, "Oh, he's going to send his people after you," you're not going to think that they're going to send their lawyers. You're going to think it's, his
But
people.
the
Nah,
thing
they're
was,
probably talking about YouTube trolls, to be honest, or
uh,
something like that.
but
Gr-
Pablo never said it, right?
Yeah, no, he
Right.
never
Right.
said it. He never said it. It was a
All
third
right.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted yeah, that I just wanted to clear that
Yeah,
up
nah,
too.
he's chill as hell. He ain't with that all shit.
Because people are calling, you got people calling Melissa a clout chaser. They're also calling you a clout chaser. How do you feel about that?
I don't give a fuck what they gotta say, to be honest. They can kiss my left and right ass cheek and the fucking brown hole between. I don't give a fuck. Like I always say,
Yeah.
I will never see them a day in my fucking life. And if we do see each other, they're gonna notice me and I won't notice them. That's how irrelevant they are to me. Their face, I don't know what the fuck they look like, but they know me. And Melissa's not a clout chaser. That was her friend. She has every right to be pissed
So
off.
Right, right, right.
so how are you informed on this breakup when it comes to all that?
I
Good question,
know
Corrupt.
a few people who were former, well, Amanda
Shout out
said
to
it
the
on my
chat.
live. She
Oh,
came onto my live and she told us about it.
Shout out to the chat.
And
so Amanda.
no, not that Amanda.
Okay,
She
so
it
another
was it
Amanda.
was yeah, it was a girl who was my friend. Then Jesse got into her ear and was like, "Oh, we'd love to have you, you know, um, in our group." And so she joined them, and then she was with them for a little bit, and then she ended up leaving because she saw how Jesse was a manipulator and a liar and was just using everyone.
So like
We have. Okay. Go ahead,
you
brother. Go ahead. My
understand
bad.
if he was to break up with her, then that's like signing everything that he could have away.
Well,
Right.
she
That's
she
what I'm
has
saying.
she
I
has
can't.
nothing to
It's
offer.
throwing it away. Yeah.
She has nothing to offer anymore.
What about Papa Steve? Because you came up on your live. Um, what's the situation with that?
So There was a 2-hour live of him basically cussing Melissa out, calling her names, and just a whole bunch of shit. Uh, and Melissa was calling him out about it. And he came up and they addressed it, and that's when her and Steve were just going back and forth. Rebecca, she said that, hold on, I'll tell you exactly what he fucking said. But the reason why they aren't together.
Man, I don't know why, but I'm having a hard time. Which I'm not saying anybody's a liar. I'm just saying I'm having a hard time believing because, like Corrupt just said, he's got to sign there, bro. It's not a finite. Like, what's that Joe Exotic meme when he cops out of nowhere? He's like, "I'm never gonna financially recover from this." Wade Wilson would never find it. Dude, he's fucked. Dude, Jesse's taking the money, like we always said. She's taking the money and running.
Yep.
She's out of here, signing that Netflix deal.
He wasn't the right person for him. They have to do everything through snail mail because he doesn't have any. He can't. He doesn't have uh his tablet or phone calls or anything, so he has to do snail mail.
So does she know she has been broken up with yet?
I'm assuming so. I mean, listen, she says she has power of attorney, but Steve has also said that she doesn't have power of attorney, so we don't really know who
Come
to
on,
believe.
Courtney. Is it? Did she really break up with? Did he break up with her, or like
Hey, I'm
is this
just
hearsay?
listen. I don't know. This is what I heard. I'm just telling y'all what I heard.
Okay, all right. Is this a
Yeah, yeah,
reliable
yeah.
source? Is your source reliable,
Well, they're Wade wives. She's getting it from
or
inside
is
the
this
former
like
team.
some Ocean's 11 shit going on?
It's always been Ocean 11, bro. Your plan's about to go in, but like I said, DVS, it's Ocean 11. But you remember the end of the movie where the one person kills everybody, takes all the money?
Hmm.
That's Jesse, bro.
Yeah. She like the Joker in Dark Knight with the bus.
I'm
And in
going
Ocean
to
11,
Africa.
not many people died, bro. The whole crew, they that's what. Whoa, I think you need to watch that fucking movie again, bro. Respectfully.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
fucking weirdo.
whoa. Oh shit, that wasn't the right thing.
Yes, I did have an 18-minute conversation with him, and that was him talking the entire time. When that call comes out, y'all will see. It's him talking about he's got this badass man lawyer, blah blah blah. He can't say the name yet, and I was like, everybody knows it's all over TikTok. It's Michael Ufferman. He goes, yeah, 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 him. And then he said that he's also got this badass woman lawyer. So I'm thinking he was talking
Henry?
about Ari.
Yo, Ari.
Allie B from Tennessee. Thank you.
Yeah, Ali B, appreciate you.
I'm just telling y'all what was said on my live,
Right.
which was, I think it was the day after TikTok shut down.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that
they might
didn't
have already
last
made back
long.
up too. I know it's snail mail, but you know, plug. This is what I heard is appeal plausible deniability, essentially the same as saying maybe this happened.
Right.
Fortune's a lawyer, that's why Fortune is actual attorney, so he knows what he's talking about. But
Yeah,
maybe
I
this
got
happened, yeah.
Detective Black Mass Detective vibes, and she said, "I don't know. These are things I hear." I'm like, "Uh oh," you know.
Hey, big shout out to Forge and Thought, by the way. Salute, sir.
Fortune Dot, man, is the homie. Is the
Salute,
homie.
Yeah, I
salute to
had
the
to
whole
ask
chat for
somebody.
running
It
this.
definitely made my ears perk up too. I'm like, whoa, holy shit.
Yeah, so you got inside connect with people that left Team Wade recently, so they I get it. I get what they're doing. They're I don't. I see some messages though with one of them saying that the reason why they left, and I call bullshit on that. Like she's saying that she's seen evidence in the case, and dude, you just left like 2 months ago. Is
Yeah,
people not like watching
bullshit.
and going through the case?
Oh, you're talking about Tiffany and Molly.
So how do you, yeah, how do you, so yeah, that's what they're, yeah, Tiffany and Molly, where are they at?
Who the fuck knows? They said that they saw, like you said, that they saw all the stuff and all of that and blah blah blah. But the the confessions and the autopsy have been out for a while.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they just realized what was what. They folded under pressure straight up.
Yeah, so they chose to ignore it, and now they're saying, "Oh, that we saw all of this, and now we don't support him anymore."
Yeah, that's a good pullout. It's a great safety net to have.
Well, like I said, that's the goal, though. You want them all to flip. Is there ever a chance that you're going to go back to Wade Wilson? We need to know right now, Courtney.
No,
No more I love yous.
no.
You sure?
Yeah, listen, I'm having a baby in August. I'm focusing on my kids. I haven't really been doing any lives about Wade Wilson. The only time that we did one was the day after TikTok shut down was because Amanda came on and had to address some things. She wanted to address
Right.
Melissa. She wanted to apologize. And then it turned into a whole bunch of uh, people asking questions and she was answering and, all of that stuff.
Hey, so as a former Wade wife, it seems
I
like
was
I'm just
never a
trying to.
Wade wife. I was an ex-girlfriend versus the
My
No,
victim.
she was
my
actually
So
my
this is Courtney.
apologies.
Yeah, this
My
is, so
This
let's
apologies.
get
in
it back. Yeah,
person, Florida
yeah,
shit.
so Courtney was
let's
with
give her the
Wade.
stat. Let's give them the stats
Yeah,
real quick
yeah,
because
yeah. My
Yeah, yeah,
apologies
yeah.
first
this
off, Courtney.
this
I'm sorry.
and I'm not just hear me out. This is just factual, actual shit. This is the only woman that Wade has never been aggressive or hostile or has flipped on and showed any kind of alarming red flags.
I think there's
He's
another
kept it
one too. What's her name? Brooke? Or the one at the concert? She said that she never seen any signs either.
Yeah,
one
that's
time at a
Well,
concert, bro. One time, I'm talking about this.
Well, she
Courtney's
took him
been
to a
with him
baby
from
shower
before.
too. That's the one where
Oh,
he's
it's
like,
a
"It's a
girl.
girl."
It's
Al
a
Yeah.
girl.
Pose at the baby shower.
Girl, it's girl. It's girl. Yeah, yeah, no, no. But yeah, this is one of the women that he's been with where he's never really showed any signs of what he did and what he's locked up for. So you know, as you can tell, Gordy is very sweet. So it's hard not to like her. You know what I mean? For whatever
well.
reason, she tamed the
I
beast
didn't.
in a
Yeah, yeah,
sense.
yeah. I didn't mean it like that. I was just. I was gonna ask because like I've been keeping up with the chat, and there's. I
Right.
mean, there's mixed reviews in the chat, right? Like, there's a lot of
well,
people
She
that.
nukes the
people
whole chat. You
people
know
hate
that.
me. A lot of people hate me, and then there's a lot of people who love me. And at the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck.
You
Do
two
you regret going
streets.
at Kelly though? Kelly with the Y, the victim Kelly.
No.
I mean, she took herself, separated herself from the situation. I haven't seen her around. I know that you two had a back and forth. I know that was your first, but that was like that was the beef, and that was the whole reason you did the interview with Jesse to get at her, right?
No, what my interview was for was to do my experience with Wade. She did it so that they could, make a dig at Kelly. I had no idea that that was going to go on. I just sent her everything I had, and I did tell her, I said she did contact us the day after and continued to harass us. And then she was like, "Oh, can you, she's good at what she does. She's a manipulator." She was like, "Oh, can you send that to me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, of course."
Well, that's
Talk
that.
DBS. Talk DBS.
Well, that's that. Shit.
I don't really listen to things that are said to me or told to me, and so it's not gonna fucking work, bro.
I know you just talked about tripping in a cell. I mean, we know we get it.
What do you get?
They
Like,
riding with
tell me,
us, man. Salute to the whole chat. YouTube Street, 20 Blue Eyes.
yeah, shout out
Touch
to the
the
chat.
earth.
Yeah, and I know I say some controversial shit sometimes, but I'm just, yeah, I'm human. I'm just human. That's it.
He said
Well, the whole
sometimes.
goal is to have a million Courtneys, a million of the Wade Wise switch over. Now, we're not calling you Wade Wise, but you know what I mean, not supporting him at all. You were there as a friend. That's what Kellywood and I was saying too, though. But we heard calls with Kellywood and I, and it seemed more than a friendship. Even Papa Steve brought this up. The verbiage and some of the stuff it might have been just heavy flirting, but it seemed more than a friendship.
Yeah.
Well, that's love, Courtney, to not apologize to Kelly. Well, that's because I was there and you guys weren't. I mean, okay, listen. If you all go back to Kelly's channel, go back to her first interview, right?
Sorry about
She's
that.
going to completely skip over me. She never mentions me. She never mentions the gas station, right? And then when I came out, then that's when she starts mentioning me. That's when she starts mentioning the gas station. Why would she completely skip over something that was so important? I'm not saying that I'm important, but the gas station is important. He left you that night, and you're not going to mention that. You're not going to mention any of that. You're just going to mention the assault, but you're not going to mention that the night that he supposedly assaulted you, that he left you that night. You're not going to mention any of that. She skipped over me and went straight to Chris. She says she was with him for 8 months. But if you look at the timestamps of when they were together, it was like 2 to 3 months.
Now, Chris has also said that there's been abuse when he was, and that was Wade's first gay relationship, right?
With Chris, it might not have been his first. I mean, that's the first that we know of.
Who's the guy he was slapboxing? That was Chris.
No, I think he was a lot younger there.
Yeah, they looked like they were in some sort of relationship.
I don't think he was slapboxing Chris. Chris is a small petite guy.
Well, the guy he was fighting wasn't like he didn't know how to fight either. Neither one of them did. But it was matter of fact, I think we might have a video of that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I've never seen it, but I know that uh people were saying that he was like younger.
well to me it just looked like before the tattoos. So
Which tattoos? The one on his face?
yeah, the ones on his face, like it
Well,
was
he got the ones on his face in jail.
no, yeah. So anything that he doesn't have tattoos on his face, it kind of looks like the same kind of timeline to me, I guess, or recent at least. That's why I said this live boxing, but it could have been when he was younger.
Someone
But
said
yeah,
it was before his neck
he's
tattoo.
mentioned to I think who did he mention to Joey? No, was it Joey? But he had
Todd.
mentioned if you no, not Todd. Sorry, there's so many fucking
Oh
um
yeah, it's one of those dudes, or
one
Dr.
of those
D.
dudes, Dr. D, or no, maybe he said that he's bisexual, man. He's been bisexual for years.
Oh,
He's
that
known
was Joey. That was
Joey,
Joey.
Joey, Joey, Joey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know. Who knows? Teach
I don't
his
know, but
own.
Courtney said he threw out his bag before he walked up. That's crazy. Takes a lot for a junkie to do that.
Man, when they're looking for somewhere to stay, man, that is just a tool to get in the door, man. That's like inviting a vampire into your house.
Well, he stayed clean the time that we were together.
How long was that?
Well, we were together for 6, 7 months.
I could have sworn you said there was a whole bunch of times that he was using behind your back and he was like telling him that he can do
Mm,
that, and then he
I didn't
left
tell.
and
He did not.
I didn't.
No, he did not use with while he was with me. I'm a former addict.
Damn, 7 months I was together. I thought it was a lot shorter than that. I
No,
thought it was like on a visit, like he come by and swing by, y'all do your thing, and then he go back to his life.
you can be in a relationship and not live together.
Oh, that's okay. However you justify it. Yeah.
He did
Or-
live in Marathon when I lived in Key West. Well, not Marathon, Conch Key.
Yeah, that's when he was fucking around with Eric down there.
Yeah. And he was cheating on me with Chris.
Hey, whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
yeah,
That's pretty. That's the gay shit I heard all day.
it's
Gotta be
gay,
careful. You got,
super gay. It is gay. It's not even like play
yeah, I
gay.
mean, it is
It's
what
like
it is.
gay gay. It's like for real gay, like all the way gay.
Did he ever propose?
To me, no.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
no.
you're not branded either, so
No, definitely not.
Well, he's got he doesn't he's still got a hold of you in a sense. I mean, I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really wasn't fucking with him, you like fuck you, Wade, suck a dick. You know what I mean? And hung the phone up on him. But you were talking lovey dovey shit, and talking, so it's okay. I mean, you just got to be honest with it. You had the
Well, he didn't.
opportunity to really like give him all you got, but got real lovey, and I understand you do have feelings for him. You've always said that. You always kept that as a friend and just a companion, not in a sexual manner, but that you're always gonna have love for him. And I guess in a wild way, I respect it because you've always stuck to that. You definitely had some other things that were like controversial about like the only way you would stop fucking with him if he said something about your kids or something, which is wild. But there's a lot of other reasons that you should have like thought of before that, but I get it. But I've always been, I've always kind of respected your loyalty to Wade in a weird way, respectful.
I did stand with him at one point, but not anymore. After he told me um that he wouldn't support me anymore or anything like that. Like, you're in prison and I'm out here. I don't need your support. He needed my support. And then when he lost that, he lost a lot of his supporters.
it's just sad it isn't because of the victims, you know.
Yeah, that's why I don't know, man. It's always about the victims for me. Rest in peace to the victims, Diane, Christian Nelson.
Yeah, Diane and Christine, I've talked to Melissa. I've told her, and I've even told her to apologize to the boys for me. But, and I've talked to Mila, and I have apologized to her for everything that I put her through. But with Kelly, I will stand on everything that I say that Kelly is not a victim. I saw her face. I heard her begging for him to come back into the car. Please don't leave me.
Well, that's victim mentality, though, right? If you're getting abused, you're still gonna not want him to leave.
If her face was busted up, I would have saw her face. Her face was not busted up.
Yeah, I don't. This is the thing, right? I know there's been other lies that Kelly's lied about, but when it comes to like we know who Wade Wilson is, so it's hard. Again, it's and this is my opinion. Don't you know? I think that did happen to Kelly because we've seen what he's done. We've seen even him go through court through. I mean, he was found not guilty through the whole. the Tallahassee incident, right? Leon County, whatever. But it's just, yeah, it's very hard for me to not call her, like, she's definitely in my eyes a victim. Mila's a victim. But I understand that you two had beef, and you were there and you said that you seen her face, and but there might have been other times.
I'm not saying that there weren't other times. I'm talking about the one time that I saw her. And then the times after where she was telling him, you guys have seen the messages. I miss your, I don't know if I could say the word on here, COCK. I miss writing you. If you want to send nudes, I'm horny. If you want to send nudes, hit me up on Snapchat. This was afterwards.
And that was from who?
From Kelly,
Oh man.
But we
telling
seen
him,
Hey,
telling him to leave that busted hoe and come back home.
He
but
is being stuck.
we seen images. This obviously the cop was. I believe the cop that she was dealing with was crooked, and that's why he didn't go. Remember DBS when we covered this?
I do. I
To
do remember.
The cop was giving her. The cop ended up putting a restraining order on her for calling him so much or something, right? Or something like that. So it's like, I don't know, man. And then another thing too is he has the same. It's the pattern. So in my
Yeah,
eyes,
that
she's
backseat strangulation thing has been a pattern.
right, right. Salute to Colorado Pet Patrol, man. Tommy, salute, brother.
hey, the last two comments that Forging Thought has put, man,
Yep.
those are reviewable.
Let me go back up. Went out their way to aid his existence. Yes, and that's what that big hope where we always bring that up. Forging
And
thought. Good point.
the one up above it too, but that, yeah, the one above that made me think what he said right there before he said it.
Yeah, that to me, I know Courtney ain't gonna like. I know you don't like this, but to me, that is really touchy because it's just so much. There's just so much evidence. Now that night with the crowbar, I mean, I think Zav girl covered the crowbar situation. Um,
And I just
you
want to
know,
say something, plug. We know who the victims are, and we know who are playing the victims. A blonde man could see this shit. So, you know, sit back, enjoy the show, and let the show go on.
playing the victims, like who else is playing? Who is playing a victim?
Hey, listen, man. For me, it was real convenient for Mila to play the victim, bro.
Well, Mila 100% is a victim.
Yeah.
She also plays a victim too, bro.
Man, there's a
Mm.
lot
Well,
of
that's
Yeah, that
because
was too
she is
much
a.
for
But
me.
that's what she. But you can't play something you already are. See, I understand what you're trying
No,
to say that
no.
she might lean into it,
Yeah,
but
of
this is the
course.
thing. At the end of the day, she's a victim. I mean, that
but
day she should have, the way that it all planned out. God must have been with her because she's alive, but
but
she's still a
she's
victim, bro.
but one could argue, Plug, that she's a victim of her own choices, and
So
there's other victims of her choices.
there's a
Yeah,
time
I
where
hear
you're
that.
a victim,
I hear
and then
that too. I hear that.
you either become the victor and you separate yourself from the situation. And I know it's a lot harder than it is to talk about, but either you stay around and you continue to play the victim for everything else that goes on. Like you
See,
just
it's hard to.
become a
It's
victim for
easy for you to
everything.
say that because you got a dick. See, if you didn't have a dick and you're living in that life, there's a whole lifestyle behind it too. It's hard to leave, bro. Let's just face it. Emotions are involved. It's you can't blame. What you're doing is victim shaming. You're victim blaming.
Hey, look, man. If I was a female and some dude whooped me up, you damn right emotions would be involved, but it ain't
Put him
getting
in the
them
dirt.
back out to bring them in my
Put,
house.
put him in the dirt. Put him in the
Yeah,
dirt.
it's gonna be
Put
some
him
real
down like
emotion.
a
But
fucking
calling
rabid
my
dog.
dad and my brother,
Listen,
my
man.
uncle and my cousin, if I was a female.
Right there. Hey, salute to Tommy. Hey, right there. Most abused women don't leave. That's facts, bro. My mother was one of them, bro. I tell you, the childhood memory coming home when my dad was on like, I think he was on H and he was on like, he was speedballing or something, right? Come home, went through each room of the house and beat the shit at everybody, including my mother. Water bed, water blood, like it was bad, bro. Um, and then the lady next door was a lawyer. She came with a gun and saved us. But that right there, my mom didn't leave, bro. My mom actually went through the process with him
And
through
I'm sorry that you had to go through that, but
Did
yeah, yeah, yeah. It is
she
what
I'm
it
not.
needed a
is though.
support system,
No.
bro?
I get that. I just I don't know. I don't know. I've heard and I've seen certain situations like that, but I've always seen my mother be the victor and put hands on any motherfucker. Like she was vicious. You know what I mean? She's a redheaded, green-eyed devil. Um, so I don't know that part of this. I know my mom's put hands on a motherfucker, and I've never seen a dude put his hands on her mom's. Um, so that's why it's just different for me. Like I have a different outlook on it because I don't know. My mother taught me that no woman should ever be a victim. You know what I'm saying? And I know definitely not to put my hands on a woman because it's just one, it's not morally right. But my mom's taught me like, yo, um, this is what a woman's supposed to do if a fucking woman's
That's
supposed
what you needed to say there. Like Mila's hands are clean, either with the not with anything to do with the case, but with the allegations and you know hanging out with Lorenzo, which is he's a chomo, whatever. Stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Kelly's a victim, Mila's a victim. Even on if we're going by if we go by the streets, right? If we're going by the street, if we're going by paperwork, right? Then that's what you would go by. They're victims. If we were going by like right corrupt, if we're going by if you're going by the streets, the paperwork, they're victims. It's so black and white on it. There's no in between. You can't
Yeah,
victim
yeah. I
like
mean,
I just
yeah,
don't I
being
don't like victim
civilians, they
shaming,
would
bro.
be
That's just
victims. Yes, yes, that's right.
KC, Chomo is a
And
person who does nasty things to children.
I understand everybody in the comments too, and the stats that I'm seeing and stuff. And I mean, of course, I can't put myself there mentally. You know what I mean? It's just something I can't do. Um, when I think about somebody whooping on me, it's what I mean, one or two things is gonna happen. But like I said, I can't put myself in that thought, and I've seen it, so I know it happens. You know what I mean? I've seen it. I've seen it. The people I care about. I've seen it. The random people. Like I've seen it, and it's. But what we need to have, man, is support systems out there for the women. Um, which there are support systems, but not all women want to go to that either. You know what I mean? Like it's. That's just as bad as leaving the man type of thing. So what I mean, we just need to teach our men better. At the end of the day, is what it boils down to. Like a man should never put his hands on a female.
Thank you.
Yeah,
hey border girls. I like Alex Eckerson. She's cool. I got this up because we have a guest out here. Tara, is that your
Hey
name? How you doing?
guys, how you
That's
guys
her.
doing?
She's been up here before. Hey, Char.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, Miss Tara. Oh yeah, you were lit. What's up?
Hey babe, what's going on? Hey look, I was sitting there listening to this, and just a couple quick questions. Okay, so he's going to spend more time in the hole. So does it ever have to like finally say, okay, you've been in this hole for so long, we have to let you out, or can they just leave him there till they execute him?
It all depends on whether or not he racks up more tickets and more write ups. If he gets more DRs,
Mm.
then he could he could be in there until the day he goes to the hot shot. But
Okay,
uh,
awesome. So he can. There's no statute of limitation on the hole.
you know,
Cool.
so let me clarify, right?
Okay.
Um, if he's in the hole and he keeps on catching tickets,
Hmm.
they can just keep on banging them. They'll just keep on giving them time. It'll just add up. I've seen dudes go into the box for 6 months and end up with 15 years. I bullshit you not.
Oh
Um,
damn. Okay.
there are some laws that are trying to be passed. I know in New York State, this is, we're on the East Coast. Um, they have done it where you can only do 6 months at a time. So you'll have 6 months in the box, 6 months out, and then you'll go back in the box for another 6 months. Some weird calculation that they came up with. It's for mental health reasons. So I don't know if it's Reach Florida or whatever, but um, yeah, it all depends.
Did you guys see today on YouTube where Trump has made this declaration that if you are a lethal injection state and you have death row, um, one thing that they were talking about was they were trying to limit the amount of time these guys can stay on death row, which I'm all for because I don't want to tell you this after I say this. He, they're wasting our tax money. That money needs to be going to women and children and the elderly and the
Mm,
military. So I get real pissed off when I
right.
hear it cost me $1 million to keep this dead bitch on death row for 20 years.
Wow.
Hey, it upsets me really
Right.
bad. And you guys know, I think the last time we talked, I told you guys I was Native American, and
Yes, ma'am.
we have the highest rate of suicide, domestic abuse, alcoholism, kids dropping out of school, suicide than any other race in the country. Um, we all got
Wow.
to come. We all got to start coming together and standing together. But until these people like Wade, girls, what are you doing? He's there for the rest of his life. And if you feel safe by that, 'cause you think he can't beat on you, or he can't cheat on you, or he can't lie or run around, or whatever issue it has, you have about a man that you can't be in an emotionally strong relationship. Look, ladies, we all been through hell, okay? I was married to the same Native American asshole for 28 years, and I'm standing
Dang.
tall, okay? I am standing tall. I got tired of this shit. And when I caught him cheating, that was the final straw. And I kicked him out and I hadn't looked back since. And
There you
don't
go.
tell me you ain't gonna get nothing, because I got the house, I got the car, and I got none of the bills. So that ain't how it always works, okay? But I'm
Right.
sitting here listening to these girls talk, and you guys make so much sense. And you're telling them, quit letting dudes treat y'all like this. And it's like, hello, do y'all not hear what these guys are telling you? Quit letting yourself be treated like a piece of garbage. You are
Mm,
worth more than
That's
that.
facts. That's facts. You're somebody's daughter.
Somebody's
Courtney says
daughter,
she's
somebody's
having
mother, somebody's wife, somebody's child. You name it. Quit lowering yourself. Look, I used to like the bad boys too. They're a lot of fun. I know. But
Barry
at the
Wood in
end
the
of the
chat.
day,
He is definitely drooling and rising you up right now. Barry Wood.
One would call him a bad boy, I
I
guess.
just want to
I
clarify something for those
Hmm.
who may think that they know what they talking about and they got a lot to say on the chat. In New York State, the time limit for solitary confinement, also known as segregated confinement, the SHU, is 15 consecutive days or 20 days within a 60-day period. This limit is set by the Halt Solitary Confinement Act. Explanation: the Halt Solitary Confinement Act was passed in 2021. The act also bans short-term solitary confinement for people with serious mental illness and other vulnerable groups. The act requires that New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision to hold an evidentiary hearing before placing someone in the SHU for more than 15 consecutive days. If a person is sentenced to exceeds 15 days in the SHU, they must be transferred to a residential rehabilitation unit, or RRU. The RRU is intended to provide more out of cell time and group programs. Exceptions: the Act allows an additional 15 consecutive days if the SHU is specific. The Act constitutes a violent felony act. The Act allows for safety exceptions for people committing serious disciplinary infractions in the SHU. So
Okay, why are you reading New York policies when he's not in Wade Wilson is in Florida?
listen, listen, man, Mike
because
D,
of the
man,
chat, bro.
Mike D, man. I mentioned this before I read this. So
Oh, my D. Salute to my
yeah,
D.
it's different, I think, in different states. I was real impressed with Trump's mandate that these states have lethal injection ready. For lack of a better term, it has to be ready, it has to be fresh, and it has to be there when it's time to execute these guys. And no more playing games, no more stay of executions. When I heard he thought Trump would actually let him go, I thought that's it, he snapped. Look, Trump ain't no saint by no means, but there is one thing about it. He loves women and children in a positive way. And he loves his country in a
Loves to
positive
grab him
way.
by the cat.
Hey, yeah, look, come on. How many of you guys ain't said the same thing?
Oh man, you
Not
Let's
don't want
just,
to be in
not
our
till
locker
he
room.
said
you
it.
don't want to do it on a hot mic, but let's be honest. There's some girl I hadn't walked by, and one of y'all looked there and go, damn, I wouldn't mind grabbing some of that. All of y'all have said it. I
I,
wouldn't
ne-
mind hitting
Oh,
that.
not I, not
Like
I.
the
I,
pooper
I
on that
never
trooper.
I never said those exact words until I quoted Trump.
But you never
Wow.
said I wouldn't mind hitting that.
I know what you're saying, but
Oh,
I
Mary,
never
nope.
said those exact words. May I use Clinton as a reference for this
Sure.
part? Uh, I never said those exact words until I quoted Trump,
Okay.
but I know
I
what you're
got
saying.
you. I got you. But you know, the average thing of it is this. This is where, as a society, we all need to be a little bit more realistic and quit being so damn, pardon the language, a bunch of pussies running around here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Men are
yep.
men. We are biologically determined to seek out the strongest man. As a woman, I'm looking for the strongest mate because biologically, I want my offspring to succeed.
Mm.
There's
The
a whole lot of
strongest
Sounds like
animalistics we could get into, okay?
LeVar Ball.
Hell yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
want these pups to be
Men are
strong.
even, no, you take men in general, and I'm going to use myself. When my ex husband looked at me and said, but I still am in love with you, I chunked a whole glass of tea in his face. I said, you should have thought of that before you put your dick somewhere it did not belong.
Oh shit.
After 28 years of marriage, you need to get your shit and get out. Well, he took my phone, he threw it across the room at me. I walked
Damn,
over,
son.
I
Oh man.
picked it up, I
Did
dialed
you have
911.
hardcore
Got
evidence, or
domestic.
was this like you was going through something
I
and
had his I had spent $25,000 on a lawyer, a private
what?
investigator. I had photographs at the drugstore of the Viagra because he was a lot older than I am. So he was buying Viagra. I won't get no benefits from it. So
Oh,
somebody was.
maybe he had.
Um,
There's other reasons for Viagra. They have other medicinal purposes for Viagra.
Right.
that's
Right.
true. That's true. But we owned a business, and the business that we owned was being bought through a friend of mine whose wife and husband owned several, but they were very religious. They were very good people, and there was a morality clause. And I'll never forget it. I walked into the cleaners, which it was a series of dry cleaners that they owned, and they had sold me one because they wanted me to, you know, make some money, get out, retire early, have something to do, blah blah blah. So I walked in, and never forget the man looking at me. We'll just say Tom. Tom kept looking at me. And he said, well, my wife will be here in a few minutes. Now, me and Tom worked together. We retired together. We left the corporate world together. I knew this guy. He was my partner at the job. It's a tight family thing. And I just finally looked at him. I said, do you want to tell me before she gets here? Or would you be too embarrassed? He said, too embarrassed to tell you what. I said that my husband is sleeping with one of the girls who works at the dry cleaners. And he said, how'd you? I said, I know everything. Just because I don't say nothing don't mean I don't know what's going on. They walked in, he had taken a futon, put it in the back bedroom, pulled it out, made a bed out of it, had, had him a little suitcase full of clothes, had him a little man station in the bathroom in the back with cologne and shaving and whatever. Um,
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the comments. Go ahead. Go ahead.
let's
Sorry.
be smart, okay? Me and you, we've been together 28 years. I know what you like. Every night, I say, I run around in a t-shirt and a pair of thongs, okay? I'm bending over, getting your dinner,
I can't do it. I
getting
can't
your
do it,
dinner
yet.
out of the
You're
stove. You're standing behind me watching me do this. But after 28 years, you don't have any sexual smart ass comment to make about
so
me
we
being
stopped
bent
watching
over in a
Criminal
pair of
Minds,
thongs.
and you knew he was cheating.
You guys,
Oh shit.
and I'm not saying you guys, because I really like you guys. I think y'all got y'all shit together for the most part. I really do. You guys are good guys. But let me give you a tip in life. When you say something to somebody for the same thing, especially after 28 years, and I'm walking in there and I got a Victoria's Secret t-shirt on and a pair of thongs and I'm bent over the stove and you don't say
I
nothing.
can't.
Okay,
Oh man. Oh
maybe
shit.
one day you didn't have it. Okay,
Oh.
maybe one day.
Like,
I can't do
One
it
day you
again.
were having a hard time, right? I'll go along with
No.
that. But
Well, you said there was Viagra needed, right?
every single day I'm coming in, because I cooked him dinner. I cooked him dinner every single night for 28 years.
what you was making them? What should go to?
I
Oh
was
man.
making a point because I
Oh
knew.
shit.
I knew after about 3 days of my ass stuck up in there in a pair of thongs
Mm.
and a Victoria t-shirt and him not saying anything, he might as well went ahead and signed his admission right there. I had him.
Shit.
And guys
Got
will
him.
tell, that's how you guys tell on yourselves whether you realize or not.
He might have been borderline diabetic. You never know.
He wasn't. My sweetheart, my
Bruh.
ex, I can't believe this. My
No, he
ex-husband,
didn't.
he is fourth degree black belt in jiu-jitsu. He carried a first degree black belt in Okinawan, and he was a third degree black belt in Taekwondo. He lived a very strict lifestyle that way, as far as working out, eating right. Um, and even though he was 10 years older than I was, he wanted sex 3 or 4 times a day from the day I met him. So it wasn't all of a sudden something's up.
What age was he when you met her?
He was 20. I see, I was 22, so he'd have been 32.
Yeah, what age? So this is 28 years later.
Yeah.
So now he's what, 61 years old?
No, baby, he's older
Uh,
than that now. He's got to be older than that now. He's 65. Wait a minute. I'm 56. He almost 67, honey.
well, I mean, that's a big difference in
Mm.
testosterone levels and
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that shit falls off.
But let's go back to the 4 or 5 years ago when this happened. He was in his 60s. He was like, I want to say he was 59 and a half when it started, when I called him, okay?
yeah,
Um,
that's what I said. You said 28 years of marriage, so I just went off of what you said. So I was thinking 61 whenever
yeah,
Is when
it
he
nah,
was
went down.
diabetic.
yeah. He was, well, see, here's, when I say that, here's where you got to get the point, and you'll understand this in a minute.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is for you
Let's get to
guys.
your let's get to the Wade Wilson point. What does this have to
Yeah,
do with Wade Wilson? Go ahead.
that's it. But the point of it is um, when men, like what he did, we're still legally married. He won't divorce me. He's scared to.
Oh shit.
So the years just keep adding up, and what I'm entitled to keeps adding up. That's all.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but he won't divorce me. I've had my lawyer do everything to try to get a divorce, and because of what he stands to lose financially, he won't do it.
Already fist bumps, man. Shout out to you, man.
And he's
I
never
I
written
knew
me
I
again.
knew I knew if we started going live every night, we're gonna have some crazy shit. This was really funny though. The way that you were describing it was fun. I know it's not funny for your situation. He was cheating on you, but the way that you were describing everything was
Was he
hilarious.
really
You should
though?
be a comedian, Tara. Why don't you ever think about doing that?
I don't know, baby. I'm just, I'm really comfortable around you guys, so I feel like I can just say whatever around you guys. That New Year's Eve, I really, really fell in love with all of you. You all are just the sweetest men, and I just think the world of you, especially taking care of your baby, even though she's trying to drive you crazy. Y'all are just good guys. I just think y'all are awesome dudes. So I'll say it like it is. This dude don't want to lose his house on the golf course. He don't want to lose all his cars, all his motorcycles, all his tools.
Oh
I got
shit.
so much stuff on him. Baby, the day before he left, I knew he was leaving. Okay. So I took all my jewelry, every bit of it, and got it out of the house and went and put it into my best friend of 47 years. Her husband has it in his gun safe. Well, then I started thinking, you know what? He's got some nice jewelry. I bought him over the years too. Let's be a bitch. So I took
No,
his jewelry too and put it in the gun safe.
don't be
Um,
sorry. Oh man.
I put
Whoa.
my guns, my AR, I took everything like that and took it down the street and put it in my best friend's husband's gun safe. And he doesn't know where it's at. He can't get hold of it because,
Well, he
you know.
does now if he's watching this, lady. You know that. Oh man. Hopefully he's not watching this.
He's not. And let me tell you something. This is God's honest truth. I'll let you boys get back to your weed.
Yeah, no,
I
you're good.
was sick,
There's a million terrors in the
and
world too. They'll never figure it out.
that's true too. But I was sick as a dog, and I always kept my 9 millimeter on top of the refrigerator because I would grab it on the way out to work every day on the way out the door, in the morning. And I had been sick. I had been drinking real moonshine out of the backwoods, and
Oh my.
just trying to knock this shit off. And that does work. It will get rid of you. Ain't talking about that liquor store stuff. I'm talking about the real stuff. I went to go get my gun to put in my purse, and I had no bullets.
Oh,
I had no clip.
Oh
that's a
shit.
I,
Here we
paperweight.
go.
I said, "Where's my gun? Where's my clip? Where's my?" He's like, "You've been drinking moonshine all night, and in about another hour, you're going to be 6'6", 300 pounds, and I'm gonna piss you off because I made a mistake of looking in your direction, and I just didn't want to get shot tonight."
Truth comes out. Holy shit.
So okay.
Hey, you want some of that moonshine tonight?
Oh my God,
I'll
I got
take
some.
some.
I love it. Love it.
Hey, send some of that to New York, man. I need some of that.
Yeah.
You want that real stuff from the backwoods they make in North Carolina and Tennessee?
Whatever
I
you
want it
got
to
in that.
burn right when it hits my
Yeah.
mouth.
I'm gonna
Whatever you're
take this
sipping on.
melatonin. I'm good.
Send me
You're
some of
taking a
that.
melatonin.
Yeah,
Oh
bro. I'm gonna
shit.
take the melatonin. I'm good on all that.
Go ahead, DB.
We
It's not my
made
bad.
y'all like nutmeg? Not nutmeg, damn tear. Come on,
Nutmeg.
Christmas time, everybody drinks. Help me. I'm having a
Yeah.
brain fart.
Wade Wilson definitely likes
What?
that nutmeg.
Yo. Oh man.
Eggnog.
Bruh.
Bruh.
I have got to get you guys next time I come up towards Philly. I've got to make sure I can meet you guys and bring y'all some eggnog,
Stop my
moonshine,
plug first.
All
eggnog.
right, now you just
Stop my
limited
plug.
yourself. Don't dox yourself. You just told your location with all your. I'm trying to help you, Tara.
What, me heading up towards
Tara don't
Philly?
give a fuck. She got ARs and non-millis. She don't give a fuck.
Baby, I really don't.
I see you, Irony.
She'll shoot your ass with a thumb on. She's not playing no games.
Look, I will always be honest with you guys. My brother is a DEA agent, and my
Oh
uncle is
shit. Okay.
is.
I'm sorry. Whoa.
Good night.
Yeah. Oh man.
What
I
the
got.
fuck
I'm
is
just playing.
happening?
I'm just playing.
No,
I'm just like. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no,
Go ahead.
no. You guys would never have to worry about me lying to you, lying on you, or lying about you. Now, I might help cover you up some, but I never will get you in trouble. That's the last thing I would ever do.
Yeah, you got the
Cause
vibes that you help us dig a hole. I feel you.
yeah, cause I'm the black sheep in the family. So you straight with me.
All right. Let's put it
Yeah, I'm
together.
the safe one.
You from that Appalachia area?
Yep, sure
Mm.
am. Sure
That's
am.
what's
And
up.
that's what I did. I mean, next time I head up that way, I got to figure out some way to get you guys that stuff because they'll lock us down if we try to mail it.
My family goes back to Hazard, Kentucky.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, we started in West Virginia. Um, and like I said, I'm in North Carolina now, but I have been in Virginia, West Virginia, Groton, Connecticut, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, Texas, Florida. Did I forget anybody? I think that's
Did you?
everywhere.
Hey, I hate to cut you short, but we're gonna be wrapping it up soon. Uh, I know we wanted to touch upon this video a little bit more with the lawyer Hufferman. We were gonna get into that. I don't know,
Ufferman.
Huffman, Huffy, whatever. Um, I don't know if you still want to. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a little drowsy. I'm falling off just a tad bit, and it's getting kind of late. 12 o'clock over here on the East Coast in New York City. 12:10 to be exact.
Yes, it is.
Tomorrow's Thursday. Pretty sure.
Yeah, it's almost.
Pretty sure it's gonna be a eventful day tomorrow.
Somebody in the chat asked if you ever killed anybody.
Who, me?
I'm just joking. Don't answer that. All right. Have a good night,
No,
Tara.
I'm not answering that.
Yeah, definitely don't. Yo, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for coming up.
Have
Hey,
a good
thank you
evening.
guys for letting me come back up, and I hope I get to come up and talk to you guys again soon.
That's
Yeah,
I like
we'll do a
hanging out with
different
y'all.
kind of show. We'll
cracking
do
up.
a different kind of show for like where we can like cover multiple cases and do. We're gonna do this real quick, and then I like that topic though. A lot of women were in the chat saying, the new method of finding out if a man's cheating is to do what you said. So I don't know. We maybe do like a late night show or something like that. That's pretty
Hey, I'm
dope.
down,
But
guys.
have a good one,
You,
Tara. Oh,
That's
is
right.
she still talking?
She
My
was
bad.
still
Go
talking.
ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
yeah, so anytime you guys want to do it, let me know. I'm down. I'm with you guys.
All right, cool. We'll definitely send you the moon.
All right, let's get moving. Back to the show, man. My bad, y'all. I was that was funny though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I was cracking
Um,
up.
yeah, I was laughing. I was crying laughing. That was funny.
All right, let's get back
Oh
into it.
man,
And it won't be the
let's
state
get back
attorney's
into it.
office. The entity that represents the state on appeal in Florida is the attorney general's office. So an assistant attorney general from the attorney general's office, in this case, because the case is in Tallahassee, it'll be someone in the Tallahassee branch of the attorney general's office, will put together an answer brief and respond to each and every one of my claims. The good news for me is, as the appellant, I get the last word. I get to file a reply brief and respond to whatever the state says in their answer brief. So after those 3 briefs are prepared, they're then submitted to the appellate court. And so, for instance,
Okay, so
a
a
case in
couple
the first
comments.
DCA,
The
there's
Bill Nye, I can't unsee it. Like someone said that earlier. I can't
The
unsee it
Yeah,
either.
hybrid. The hybrid.
Bill Nye meets Mr. Bean.
This dude is like a calculated mad scientist lawyer. Do you get that vibe?
Yep.
The way that he's just coming, like, this is what I'm gonna do first. You're like, God damn, dude, slow down,
Yeah,
Ufferman.
Sir.
I get that vibe and like evil genius villain of a movie, like an Austin Powers movie, kind of like.
Who does he definitely does look like he holds a sword that's double edged. He could be really good or he could be really, really bad. You know what I mean? He has
Yeah, like this is an easy bag for him, right? Like, cause they get paid either way. So him taking a Wade Wilson case, he might not have to do as much as he would with Charlie. You know what I mean? Charlie's might be a little bit. He might be more under pressure with Charlie. Like Wade, it's pretty black and white. I mean, you had Courtney up here saying, or not Courtney. Um, who was up here trying to make, I forget who it was, but trying to make it seem like it wasn't that, like there's more holes in it. Nah, it's black and white. It's Sarah, right? Was it? Nah, who the fuck was saying that the lawyers were idiots and shit?
Wait.
No, it was somebody that was on our panel, bro. It was saying that the lawyers were idiots and shit. Oh, Kellywood and I. It might have been Kellywood and I. Like, yeah, it's black and white. I mean, dude, the evidence is substantial. Like, it's all right there. Like, there's nothing. Even though there might be little fuck ups from the lawyer, just was tired of probably Wade's shit. You could see him in the courtroom, like his eyes got big every time Wade would say something when his dad was on his stand or anything. So, but yeah.
Oh yeah, this man, but the only thing he's probably looking for, like you said earlier, man, was he's probably looking for anything that he can find they did wrong or injustice or any loophole or any kind of anything that he can manipulate through the letter of the law. That's the
Judges on
only
the
shot.
first DCA, the computer is going to randomly spit out 3 of those judges, and they'll be the judges assigned to my case. And at the end of the day, for me to win, I need to convince a majority of that panel or 2 of the 3 judges that I'm right. The only opportunity that I have to go face to face with the judges, not present my argument in writing, is what's called an oral argument. So after the reply brief is submitted, I can request an oral argument and ask that I be able to appear face-to-face in front of the judges, along with the Assistant Attorney General. The appellate court is not required to grant oral argument. I hope that they do. I ask for oral argument in all of my cases because not only do I want to present my arguments in writing, but I want to have the opportunity to present those same arguments face-to-face with the judges. And of course, more importantly, for oral argument, if one of those judges has a question about
So fact
my
one,
case, if they're on
we
the
know that Wade could have got a free lawyer through this process. He didn't have to get Ufferman. Fact two is that Wade and Ufferman are not going to be in the same room for a while. Well, they probably are just to do like he might visit him or call him or whatever. But you know what I mean. It's not a normal court process. This appeal shit. You know what I mean?
Listen, the way the vibes that I'm getting is he's just gonna look at straight documentations. He's looking for flaws and any kind of discrepancies in writing. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna want to converse or be around fucking Wade. He's just gonna want to take the case and present the facts and figure out whether or not he can get him, just life, because or whatever else they, guess they feel like they got going on. But that's pretty much what's gonna happen. He's not gonna really have to interact with him. He's gonna have to go off of everything that's been in the minutes of the trial, evidence, all that stuff. So he's not. There would be no reason for him to fucking be around Wade, not unless he's going to court with him.
Could you
So he's
imagine
searching.
if this man got Wade Wilson off on a technicality? They'd have to call him like Tech Ufferman or something, bro. Like,
Yeah, Johnny Cochran the second.
sheesh. I couldn't, man. I don't even want to think like that.
Yeah, we don't want to put that out into the world, but we know Ufferman. I think the goal is to try to get him on the other side of the fence. You know, try to get that
Yeah.
needle far away from Wade as possible.
Which I honestly think they probably are going to get. Like, they're probably going to, you know what I mean, get him away from that. Um, especially with all the technicalities of, because basically the law by the law, it should be grandfathered in from whenever he received the charges, not
That's
the
what they're trying
punishment.
to do, bro. I think if he committed that crime before the bill was passed, he falls under with statutes for the crime when he did it.
Yeah, and I mean that's what I foresee happening.
That's the only thing I can see happening, unless, like you said, and I kind of veered towards this earlier. Technicality, you know what I'm saying? If they violated some way somehow before or during the arrest, that technicality could do it, and it could, possibly be grounds for dismissal.
Yeah,
He
yeah, but
said so at first. Wade wanted the death penalty, but he doesn't want that now, Shug. And then someone said, "Who's talking?" This is Lawyer You Know's channel with Michael Ufferman, the lawyer of Wade Wilson for his appeal process.
Fence about something, I want to hear that question and have an opportunity to
My
respond
bad,
to it and
corrupt.
hopefully convince them
You still
to
got
rule in
what you
my
guys
favor.
say. My bad.
I don't know, bro.
God, go ahead. Yes, just go ahead. Go ahead.
So then after the briefs are submitted, after whether there is or is not an oral argument, at that point, the three judges are going to get together and they're going to go around the room basically and say, do you agree with Ufferman or not? And then ultimately they're going to issue an opinion that either says affirmed or reversed. And as the appellant, I want them to say reversed. And that whole process that I just described takes about a year.
And that's why, just to see all of those things rattled off and how long it can really take. But there are so many intricacies in the process I want to pick out and ask you a few questions about. The first one, just because you talked about it at the end, is the random 3 judges that are chosen. How different, how much more confident or less confident are you depending on what 3 judges you get?
In Florida, people may not know this, the governor appoints appellate judges. So unlike trial court judges who can be appointed if there's an opening, but generally are elected by the citizens of the state of Florida, appellate judges in Florida are appointed by the governor and they don't go up for re-election. They go up for a retention vote. And it's just a yes or no vote. Do you want this judge to be retained? and I believe I'm correct in this, there's never been a Florida appellate judge who has not been retained. So it's not a lifetime appointment, but it might as well be, because no one's ever removed a Florida appellate judge since we've gone to this retention system. I'll be honest with you, Peter. Other attorneys worry about this. Other attorneys, if you're in front of the U.S. Supreme Court, for instance, you're going to focus on, this justice versus that justice, where they lean in a criminal case. Are they pro-prosecution, pro-defense? I really don't worry about that. Obviously, we won't find out. Sometimes if we don't get an oral argument, I won't even know who my 3 judges are until after they issue the opinion. That's the time that I would find out.
So who's going to be Wade Wilson's judge?
Then obviously I'll know who the 3 judges.
That's my question for the chat. I've seen there's some people in here with some good information. They probably would know this. I don't know what the judge that's going to be for this appeal. I know he went in front of the other judge, this guy, the last time, but it's the same judge that he already faced, so I don't know. Stop slandering Bill Nye. He's much more cooler than this guy. Salute. Shout out to Deco Live. Let's go.
Hey, thanks, though.
Judges are on my panel, and I'm familiar with most of the appellate judges, if not all the appellate judges in the state of Florida. But at the end of the day, my position is, if I have a strong issue and I've got cases that I've found that I've cited in my briefs that back up my argument, I'm hopeful that regardless of who the judge is, they're going to rule in my favor because the law is on my side. So I don't spend a lot of time worrying about which judge might be assigned to my case. But yes, there are certainly differences in Florida appellate judges.
Yeah, I wish I was like that, but in trials, I definitely carry the judges, and it makes a big difference in how things go usually.
He don't care.
How often do you get oral argument granted?
It really depends on the court. It used to be probably about 15 years ago that if I had a direct criminal appeal, meaning that my client had just been convicted and we are now pursuing that appeal, I would get oral argument in almost every case I asked for. Some courts in the last 5, 6, 7 years have now been a little more selective in the cases that they pick for oral argument. The First District Court of Appeal is one of those courts. They don't grant oral argument in every case. They are selective. Some other DCAs, District Courts of Appeal around the state, do generally grant oral argument in almost every case. So again, I'd like to get it in every case. If it's worth appealing, in my mind, it's worth asking for the oral argument so I can have that chance to go in front of the judges, but they don't grant it in every case.
And you said
Michael
the AG's
Ufferman,
office now
the lawyer
handles
guy.
the appeal. So the assistant state attorney.
No, just joking around. But no, this dude he sounds like he wants to win. This isn't just somebody that just represents somebody. He sounds like he wants to win. So
I get the
you can see
vibe.
why they went from Jose Baez to him. There's a reason why there's nobody in between there. They didn't mention any other lawyers. So this has to be the next person up from Jose Baez when it comes to, you know what I mean? Which they weren't going to get Jose. They were going to get his homeboy, but
or at least his competition. But yeah, I feel like, man, I get the vibe that homeboy kind of knows that he's gonna get the needle taken away, and that he's gonna get at least 80,000 and a good bit of exposure. And so it really don't matter to him what judge. It really don't matter to him, none of it. He's just gonna go in there and he's gonna give it an attempt to try to find something to get him out somehow, some way. But he knows at the end of the day, bro, you making 80 grand to move a dude across the fence.
And there's only so much you can do, right? You know what I mean? You gotta
Right.
figure out what it is that your appeal is going to be based on, and then you got to go forward with that. So he seems pretty surgical, and he seems like he's going to do everything that's needed to exhaust all remedies to get you where you need to be, and find every I guess loophole or any kind of mistake that they made. He's going to find it. You know what I mean? And he's going to present it in a format or a fashion where it's either you got it or you don't. He did his job, he gets paid, and he goes about his fucking merry day.
I mean, he does seem very intricate, bro. So he probably does do his job to the letter. But he still ain't getting that dude out of there, bro. Let's face it, man. If they had a technicality to be on appeal for, they'd probably already be trying to roll that thing together. Like any kind of technicality would probably have been solved through the first whole case, through the first whole court.
So they're gonna go for that whole thing where that law he committed the crime.
Yeah, that's it.
yeah.
But
That's
they're
it.
also going to look through to see if there's anything that could possibly help him go for maybe even another trial, right? Or whatever.
I
If
just
there's
don't
any
see
fuck
it.
ups, he's going to be able to tell. Well, you're not going to be able to see it. There's a lot of things that happen
Yeah,
in
you're right. You're
proceedings
right.
in minutes that you gotta comb through. You know what I mean? With a fine tooth comb to figure out what. All right, where did they fuck up? Where did they? What was? How can I get this to be presented and actually be granted? You know what I mean? And if there's a fuck up, you got a reasonable case to come forward.
Yeah.
Yep. Good shit.
Attorneys like Georgia Koppelman that handled the trial, what is their involvement in the appellate process?
It depends. The assistant attorney general who's going to be assigned to the case, I'm sure will reach out to the state attorney's office and get their input. How involved they are is really up to the particular assistant attorney general.
When it goes, let's say you lose this appeal. Hopefully you don't, but let's say you lose this appeal. What happens next? How many bites of the apple are there available to criminal defendants in Florida?
So let me go back
Good
to what I was
question.
saying earlier. In Florida, we have 6 intermediate appellate courts, and they're called district courts of
Holy
appeal,
shit.
and they're numbered. So the first district court of appeal, or first DCA, is in Tallahassee, where my office is based, and it runs basically from Pensacola over to Gainesville. Anyone convicted of a felony, anyone convicted of a crime between Pensacola and Gainesville, when they want to appeal, they go to the first district court of appeal. The second DCA is in Tampa, the third in Miami, and then it goes around the state for the 6 numbers. So you hear people say, I'm going to take my case all the way to the Supreme Court. That may be true in other jurisdictions, but in Florida, our Florida Supreme Court is very limited in its jurisdiction. I actually, when I started my legal career, I clerked at the Florida Supreme Court. I worked for the Chief Justice.
Okay, so
and I
my
was there for
insane
5
world.
years.
Why did
The
Wade
Florida
ask
Supreme
for his
Court,
case and death
does not
sentence
have
moved up so he does not have to wait 10 plus years to die? I see this on Reddit. I think originally he was saying it on the calls with his dad. He's like, he was saying that, but then it all changed.
He
Like,
was lost and hopeless. And then
right.
he got all the following.
He's been fighting his case, and I haven't seen where he was saying he wanted the death penalty recently, but I know what you're saying, my insane world. I did hear him say that originally.
Insane world. Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Oh, and thank you for the donation. My bad. Thank you.
Yeah.
We also got YouTube
jurisdiction.
Streets Cash App now for private donations if people don't want their name up here. I know somebody asked about that, so we got that running too. It's up at the top. Thank you.
There's a couple of areas where they have mandatory jurisdiction. If it's a death penalty case, those cases automatically go to the Florida Supreme Court. But for the most part, all other cases, they get to select which case they want to take, and they can only select those cases based on a limited criteria. Does a case from the first DCA conflict with a case from the third DCA in Miami? And if so, then that would be a good case for the Florida Supreme Court to take up, because we want the same rule of law to apply throughout the entire state. But very few people make it all the way to the Florida Supreme Court. For the vast majority of people who have been convicted of a crime and appeal their case, their court of last resort is going to be one of the DCAs. So right now we're on direct appeal. Whichever party may lose this direct appeal, and this is true of all my cases, they would have the opportunity to seek review in the Florida Supreme Court. But again, it would be very limited. Depending on whether they could or could not go to the Florida Supreme Court, or whether the Florida Supreme Court would accept it, there would also be the opportunity to seek review in the United States Supreme Court. Again, looking at very limited jurisdiction. I think during one of the previous confirmation hearings over the last 2 or 3 years, I heard one of the justices say that about 8,000 people apply to the U.S. Supreme Court a year, and they only take about 100 to 120 cases a year. So not easy to get your case heard by the U.S. Supreme Court. I said that we were focused
And
on
Wade Wilson's case won't be there. We know that.
Direct appeal focuses on.
There's no way the Supreme Court's going to pick that
It's
up.
not even gonna get out. It's not gonna get out of this state, bro.
Fuck no.
No.
And this comment right here, y'all see this? FYI, in Florida, when you can get the death penalty for being caught with 10 grams of schedule or booger sugar, but I think it has to have fentanyl in it. I think that's when that law, I'm not 100% sure though. I don't think just cocaine you're gonna get, but I think if you have fetty in it, you're trying to sell it, yeah, or you kill somebody doing that.
Sure, too bad, okay?
About
Errors that a judge has made. So everything I'm going to be looking at
Every
for any of
time
my
I've
direct
been
appeal
in
cases
Florida.
is going to be: did the judge mess up in this area or that area? Did he again not allowing evidence to show?
Yeah, just for future reference, you're traveling the states and you don't know the laws of the land of where you are, and you get locked up and you get an asshole full of time, man, that's on you. I think
Mhm.
that you should look up the laws of where you're going.
Especially if you gonna be a Second Amendment owner and trying to move around in a vehicle going across state lines from certain states to certain states.
Yeah, that's just some outlaw shit. That's wild right there. That's you know.
That's
I always do that, and I always have my medical marijuana every state I go to. But I know it's illegal to do that.
no, like I got, bro. I got a run of states. I can make it all the way down to Florida with my same CCW.
Oh, okay, okay.
You
You
guys
know what I
are
mean?
guys are guys have privileges. My privileges were taken away when I had
I
my.
understand. I understand.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro. You're a
It
felon, right?
sucks, bro.
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes, I
Yeah.
am.
Hey, at least you're out, man. At least you're out here be able to support your family, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, that just made me feel a whole lot better about being a free man and being able to carry
Yeah,
a
son, you
firearm.
free, bro. You can say what you want. Say whatever you want right now.
No, that's not what I was saying. I
Come on, man.
can't.
Act
But
free real quick.
I
uh,
I'll
can't
sing with you.
carry a whoa. I can't carry a firearm. I'm not free.
up
I'm
there
not
where
I'm
you at, they make it
free.
real hard to carry one anyway, even if you ain't, don't they?
yeah, but there's ways of getting around that in a proper manner. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Legally,
right. Yeah,
you do if you're legit, man, you can get shit done.
yeah, yeah.
If you're, you know, just out with some felonies, man, you're nothing, man. You know, your shit you gotta say. But let's get back into it, man. Talk about that.
Should have come in? Did he not strike a juror who should have been stricken? The second big bite at the apple that anyone convicted in Florida of a crime would have is what's called a post-conviction motion, or a Florida Rule of Criminal Procedure 3.850 motion. We refer to those as 3850s for short. In a 3850, the most common type of claim is that the trial attorney was ineffective. So where in the direct appeal, you point your finger at the judge and say the judge made a mistake. In a 3850 or a post-conviction motion, you point your finger at the trial attorney and you say, my trial attorney made a mistake. He was ineffective. He should have called this witness. He should have made this argument, and he didn't. So hopefully my clients win at one of those two stages. The third and probably the last bite at the apple that someone would have if they're not successful in a direct appeal and if they're not successful in the 3850 would be what's called federal habeas, a federal habeas petition, or a 28 USC 2254 petition. And for a federal habeas petition, you can take all the claims that you've raised on direct appeal, all the errors relating to the trial judge. You can raise all the claims that you raised in your 3850, claiming that your attorney was ineffective, and then you can raise those in federal court. And you go to the federal judge and you say, hey, my federal constitutional rights have been violated. I've raised these claims in state court. The state court has refused to give me relief. Federal judge, you've got to step in now, protect my constitutional rights, and grant me relief. So those are the big three bites of the apple that someone would have. Sometimes going through all three of those steps, because there's appeals involved in step 2 and step 3, it can take 10 years or more to get through that entire process.
And we've heard other lawyers reference numbers like 10 years when they talk about it. And appeals are always difficult, right? And I'm assuming it's your world, and I can't imagine what it would be like, because I do mostly plaintiff's personal injury work now, and the vast majority of the time we win, right? But in your position, appeals are so difficult. There's some questions coming in. Why are the percentages of success? Why is the success rate so low? Why is it so difficult to win on appeal, especially for a criminal defendant?
Me
Well,
too,
in
dead
Florida, we
stuff.
presume that judgments are correct. We presume that trial judges get it right. So the appellant initially has the burden, and the appellant can be the state in some cases. Sometimes a judge will grant a motion to suppress that favors the defendant, and the state will be the one to appeal. The numbers are basically the same, whether it's the state appealing or the defendant appealing. But Florida appellate courts presume that trial judges got it right, and whoever is the appellant has the burden to prove to the appellate court that an error occurred. The numbers are about 90% of all cases are affirmed. Again, whether it's the state appealing or the defendant appealing.
So he doesn't have a good
Whoever's the
turnover
appellant
rate.
is only
That's the
winning
first and
about
foremost,
10%
which
of the
that's a
time.
great
I think my numbers are
sign.
a little
That's
better
good
than that.
news.
But
Second
it's
of
not
all,
easy. Certainly.
we have Corrupt up here. That's the other co-host. Everyone go sub to his channel.
Hey,
It's Corrupt. Someone drop his one of the mods drop his channel link in the chat. You can sub up to him. He's got great content, positive. It's not really no drama over there like it is over here. He comes over here, gets his drama fix for watching and coming up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Over there, it's more positive, so you get a positive aspect over there. Um, and then what was the other thing? 10-year payment plan. Wade Wilson and Jesse. This is how I know Jesse hasn't broke up with Wade Wilson. They need more money for this fucking guy, dude. There's 6 other fucking trials. Are you kidding me? He's gonna need. What is he gonna only have Ufferman for a little bit? They don't have it. They're gonna have to roll out another plan, another fucking funding plan,
No,
or
he's on it
something.
all the way through. He's there all the way to the end. What's gonna happen is it's gonna go through different processes of if
So
it
80 grand gets you Ufferman for 6 trials or just 1 trial?
it's not 6 trials, it's the appeal process, bro. So all these
Oh,
things,
the
all
whole
these
process. Okay.
all these hearings and things that are gonna take place, they're gonna present, they're gonna do the oral argument, he's gonna do the written argument. It's all to present the case to show the facts of somebody fucked up. There's a discrepancy in his rights were violated. So that's all that they're looking for. So there's going to be a process to go through that before it even gets even looked at again in a whole new light, like it never happened. You know what I mean?
And there's Corrupt's channel right there. Y'all can sub up.
But yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. It is getting late. I have to get to bed, brother.
I feel you, bro.
Hey, I was thinking that too. We're going to wrap it up. We got to review this more, dude. It's actually very interesting. I like lawyer. He's got good questions, man. Gosh, that shit's fire. That was a fire fucking interview. I need to keep watching that though. We'll come back to it. We're
Yeah, I mean,
gonna go live more, dude. We've
it
been
made
live
me
2
feel
nights
a
in a
type
row.
of way, bro. It made me feel a type of way when he was like,
Whoa.
I hope you
Go
win
ahead,
that
Corrupt.
appeal. When he was like, I hope you win that appeal. I know he was speaking as like professional tense, as a lawyer to a lawyer, but I still made me feel a type of way.
Yeah, even though they're not talking about the weight, they're about the Charlie Adelson case. I don't know too much about that. I gotta look into it. I don't want to speak on something that I don't know about. But
I
you might have a
appreciate it.
point there, Corrupt. You might have a good point. Thank you, Deco. Appreciate you. Everybody that's subbing up to me, I appreciate you. That's great. It was a great show. It was good. We had Tara on. We had Courtney on. I had one more question for Courtney though. Maybe she can ask this on her own TikTok live. But at this point, I think Kelly would have why. Maybe not. Maybe she might not be ready to give her apology, but squash up. I think he realized that on both ends, you have your truth, she has her truth. Her truth is on paperwork though with, the courts and she's a victim, you know what I'm saying? So maybe y'all could squash up. That's what I was trying to get to before she left, but it is what it is. I got music to play though. You ready?
Said burn it off, bro. With much gratitude and great respect. Corrupt. This is
I
the
need your sound. Can you send
YouTube street. I got it.
Yeah, send me that sound. Oh, you got it right there?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me get
Play
to
that
it.
shit before you leave, man. You gotta
It's
play
on
that
the
sound,
phone,
man.
bro. It's on the phone. I gotta get to it. Cause I threw everything else in the box, bro. I'm just using the little plug and play microphones right now
Oh,
for the
got you,
moment.
got you.
So
So
all
she's on
my
a payment
boxes.
plan? Oh shit.
Yeah, trial lawyer just for a retainer is $30,000, bro. Just to even get them even like sit down and put shit together and go over the case.
There you
So,
go,
yeah,
bro.
80,000 is about right.
There it is. We can hear it. We can hear it.
Yeah, you got it there. Yeah.
Wade Wilson jerks off so much, gotta use his elbows, cause the boy done wrist lock. Only purple hearts in the damn chat, all the blue hearts got dog walked off of TikTok. And I know she be smoking on crack, but I told her damn Wade wife, go ahead and kick rocks. Mama said judge a girl by her toes, but tell me why these Wade wives all fucking flip flop. Cruising through these YouTube streets, told the guys that I gotta go make me a pit stop. Seen minor mouse at the corner store, man, I can't believe that boy still likes crisscross. Jesse, you was a rat, that's a fact. You ain't Kelly with an eye, it was you that got him tipped off. Wade got you a brand new bra, it's a C cup, Jesse, that shit's gonna slip off. We don't buy your members only beats, cause we realize that shit is a fucking rip off. Y'all support a bitch that exploited a kid, put it on the page, watch her post that shit, try to hold it in, but you know I can't avoid it. Wade wants to call, yeah, the bitch is annoying. Just be glad you ain't on that cold toilet. Jesse on the other side of the car boiling, mad. she mad. Hold up 1 second, give me a minute. Let me go to the damn Reddit page where I see a couple bitches that be calling me a bigot. Y'all don't even show no face. How the fuck do I believe that you women? Guess I could cut my dick off and bully anybody and get away with it. Die. I hope Wade Wilson dies in 2025. Yeah. Right. I hope he gets some white with Betty in it. Yeah. They did it twice. I swear to God. I hope he dies. If I seen him outside, infrared between his eyes, yeah. I could tell he voted, but I can't tell that he pie. What you talking about? We don't do no drive-bys. Walk up, knock your ass out, and we leave your ass alive. But you, yeah, we killing you. Taking off your roof. Team Wave regroup. Seen your live the other night, girl, you crashed. Don't tell me about your girl and your problem. Back in the day, never passed no class. So how the fuck am I ever gonna solve it? The real rector came out of that coughing. We got me so exhausted. Way pack, yeah, back to back. I smoked that shit, yeah, that shit so awesome. Best friend was a Mexican. My other best friend is a guy named Rasta. Came from that Florida shit. You a snowbird, you a damn imposter. Die. I hope Wade Wilson dies in 2025, yeah. Right. I hope he gets some white with Fetty in it, yeah. Y'all have a good night.
If you've been injured in a recent car accident that wasn't your